Patriots come to town to face the Colts on Sunday Night Football.
Get out your seats. It's all about now. It's the game of the week. The NFL stars are out and shining bright. It's the Pats versus Colts, a heavyweight fight. Get ready, it's about to get wild. Sunday Night Football is now.
All right, Sunday night, here we go. Last on the lights for the ultimate show. Get on your feet, it's about to explode. Hey, Jack, it's a fact, the big game's in town. Brady and Manning, a colossal showdown. The stadium's rocking, time to crank up the sound. The NFL's best have come to play. For every fan, there's just one thing left to say. I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. The tough get rough in the primetime fight. The last one standing gets to turn out the lights. 'Cause I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. Yeah.
Manning throws. Touchdown, Reggie Wayne.
Tom Brady is an absolute stud.
That'll make a few highlight reels tonight.
Sunday night football on NBC. Al and Chris having fun on TV. America's ready, set the big boys free. 'Cause the NFL rocks on NBC.
I'll tell you what this is like. This is like the buzz before a heavyweight championship fight when the fighters come into the ring as Tom Brady and the New England Patriots get ready to take on Peyton Manning and his Indianapolis Colts on NBC's Sunday Night Football. Al Michaels with Chris Collinsworth, Andrew Krimmer. Welcome to Indianapolis. No question, hands down, the rivalry of the decade. It figures to be a great game tonight. Indianapolis comes in undefeated. They're 8-0. They have won 17 consecutive regular season games over 2 years, 4 shy of the record. And it began here last November 2nd with an 18-15 win over the Patriots. Tony Dungy has retired, and Jim Caldwell in his rookie season has a spotless record. New England, last year, you all know Tom Brady was hurt on opening day, had major knee surgery. Matt Castle took over. They wound up 11-5, but did not make the playoffs. Castle now in Kansas City. Brady comes back, and he's looked very good so far. The Patriots come in with a mark of 6-2, leading their division, the AFC East, and with a win tonight, they will be in a real dogfight with Indianapolis for eventual home field advantage in the AFC playoffs. You know, Chris, you look at Manning and you look at Brady, and you can argue who's number one, who's number two. I don't think it matters right now. I feel like I'm going to the symphony, and I'm watching two great conductors of the baton.
Yeah, no question. Two of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And yet, if you bring up the question, is this somehow a personal battle? These two guys are almost repulsed by that concept. And yet, it's very difficult for me to believe that as these two great competitors look at each other across the field, that there isn't something just a little bit special about this one tonight.
Yeah, a lot of mutual respect, and they're both very excited about this one, as are about 65,000 fans. We can parse this game 1,000 ways. We can dissect it like a classroom frog. Let's not do that, though. Give me the Cliff's Notes version. What is the biggest key to tonight's game?
I think Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis, and can they get pressure on Tom Brady? Because remember, the Colts are back there with two rookie cornerbacks, and if Tom Brady has time, he's going to have a big night. But those two guys, two of the best pass rushers in the league.
I'm going to give you an A.
Thank you, sir.
I think this game may get an A+. Let's hope so. The rivalry of the decade resumes with the quarterbacks of the decade. Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts facing Tom Brady and the New England Patriots on Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football is presented in high definition by Mercedes-Benz and is brought to you by Sprint, official wireless service sponsor of the NFL, and by Subway Restaurants, introducing Subway melts like chicken cordon bleu. Subway, eat fresh. Spanish audio provided by Telemundo.
What do I get my boyfriend?
Do you have
a guy that is a bookworm. Well, then a Sony reader is a thing.
That's things. He can load it up with tons of new books and never fall behind on his reading. But maybe you got more of a dude, someone who rocks it night and day.
Then he needs headphones that sound awesome.
So get a pair of Beats by Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
From bookworms to music lovers, cool gadgets for happy holidays. The best gifts come from Best Buy.
Would you one time let me be myself so I can shine with my own light? Let me be myself. Please, will you one time let me be myself so I can shine with my own light? Let me be myself for a while, if you don't mind. Let me be myself.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
Weak. And he keeps forgetting.
I love you.
Say I love you like never before with a celebration diamond, a brilliant burst of fire, light, and love unlike any other. Exclusively at Sales.
NBC Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Well, if you want to argue who's better, everybody can weigh in and make their case and all of that, but you might be interested in what certain people had to say about that, if it's a debate or not, and who they think is the best. And for more on that, let's go to the field and check in with Andrea Kramer. Andrea.
Well, Al, there are 20 living quarterbacks in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and we polled every single one of them and asked, if you had to pick Peyton Manning or Tom Brady to quarterback your team, who would you choose and why? Well, they were all clearly conflicted about picking one future Hall of Famer over another. As Steve Young told me, we're talking Rembrandt and Van Gogh. There's no way I choose. So, there were 4 abstentions. 13.5 voted for Manning, 2.5 for Brady. Terry Bradshaw and John Elway went with Brady because of the rings. His 3 Super Bowl titles to Manning's 1. The case for Manning, Troy Aikman told me, nobody does more at the quarterback position and has more to do with his team's success than Manning. And Dan Fouts thought that what Manning has done in that style of offense has revolutionized the game. Oh, and Al, as for that half vote, that came from Joe Montana. He said he started Brady in the first half, Manning in the second.
Andrea Montana playing the role of Switzerland. You should have held his feet to the fire and said, okay, who starts in overtime?
I wish he'd have been in Switzerland when I played him in the Super Bowl.
He's Stephen Gostkowski to kick off. New England won the toss, and they've elected to defer. So Indianapolis is going to get the ball. Bill Belichick, 10th season as the New England coach. Jim Caldwell, the rookie head coach for the Colts. Crowd rises as one at Lucas Oil Stadium, and away we go. Gostkowski's kick is fielded by Chad Simpson from the goal line. Simpson will be taken down at the 23-yard line. Manning and company going to work, and let's take a look at the Indy starters.
Peyton Manning, University of Tennessee.
Joseph Adai, Louisiana State.
Reggie Wayne, the U. Pierre Garçon, Mount Union.
Dallas Clark, University of Iowa.
John Robinson, Missouri Western State University.
Charlie Johnson, Oklahoma State.
Ryan Lilja, Kansas State. Jeff Saturday, North Carolina at Chapel Hill.
Kyle DeVan, Oregon State University.
Ryan Deem, Northern Illinois.
Peyton Manning making his 185th consecutive start. Started his first game as a rookie and hasn't missed a start since. Ball at the 23-yard line. And They start with a run, and Joseph Adai takes it up to the 27-yard line. For Manning, he was the MVP of the league last year, but in a way, he's kind of where Brady was at this time last year. Remember, he had the Bursa sack problem, didn't play in preseason. It took him a while to get started. He was very mediocre through the first 7 weeks. The team was 3-4, and then blazing hot down the stretch to finish 9-0. Second down and 6. Manning in the pocket, protected well, but the pass is a short one for a minimal gain. Gian Robinson makes the catch. Let's take a look at the Patriots starters.
Mike Wright, Cincinnati.
Vince Wilfork, University of Miami. Derek Burgess, Ole Miss. Gary Guyton, Georgia Tech.
Gerard Mayo, Tennessee.
Tully Bantikane, University of California.
Jonathan Wilhite, Auburn.
Brandon Merriweather, proud father of Morgan Merriweather.
Brandon McGowan, the U of Maine.
Lee Barton, Duquesne University.
Darius Butler, UConn.
As if to give us time to introduce the defense, Indianapolis went into a rare huddle. Third down and 6. Manning throws over the middle, and the pass is incomplete, and it will be a 3-and-out on the pass intended for Pierre Garçon. Gary Guyton in on the coverage, and you took a look at that New England defense. Among others tonight, they're missing Ty Warren, who was a late scratch because of an ankle injury.
You're going to see Garçon come out and around here on the inside. This is a bit of a matchup. They played 3 different coverages on all 3 snaps there, so the game has already started with Bill Belichick and Peyton Manning.
Pat McAfee is the rookie punter, drafted in the 7th round out of West Virginia, and it's a good booming kick. Welker backs up. West from his 18-yard line brings it back up to the 31-yard line. And let's take a look at the New England starters.
Tom Brady, Michigan.
Lawrence Maroney, Normandy High School.
Randy Moss, Rand University.
Wes Welker, Texas Tech.
Benjamin Watson, Georgia.
Chris Baker, Michigan State.
Sebastian Ballmer, University of Houston.
Logan Mankins, Fresno State.
Dan Connell, Southeast Missouri.
Stephen Neal, Cal State Bakersfield. Nick Kaiser, University of Toledo.
You saw Vollmer starting for the injured Matt Light, who got hurt in Denver a month ago. Dan Copeland will start at center. He was shaken last week, but he is in the lineup, and the crowd now in full roar as the pass is caught on the outside by Moss to the 36-yard line. He's tackled by the rookie Jacob Lacey. For Tom Brady, first quarter, first game last year, Bernard Pollard of Kansas City rolls into his knee, and the next thing you know, he's on an operating table. And the Patriots not happy that he had his surgery on the West Coast, and he had a staph infection to boot after that, but Tom told us last night he feels great. He said the only thing, the last thing to have come back for him is his energy level. Everything else structurally and physically, he said, feels terrific. Second and 4. And it's Maroney picking up a couple. Third and short as we take a look at the Colts defensive starters.
Robert Mathis, Eastside, McNair High School.
Antonio Johnson, Mississippi State.
Daniel Muir, Kent State.
Dwight Freeney, Syracuse.
Philip Wheeler, Georgia Tech.
Gary Brackett, the Auburn. Clint Session, Pittsburgh.
Jacob Lacey, Naaman Forest High School. Melvin Bullock, Naaman Forest High School.
Antoine Bethel, the real HU, DeMecca, Howard University.
Gerard Powers, Auburn.
2 rookie corners. Colts have had more than their share of injuries on defense, and yet these 2 teams are 1-2 in fewest points allowed this season, and that pass is incomplete. Jamie Silva covering on the play. Benjamin Watson was the intended receiver, and so each team starts with a 3-and-out.
Well, anytime you don't see help on Dwight Freeney coming off the edge here, you know Tom Brady is going to get that thing out of there in a hurry. So almost a tip-off from the start. You don't see help on Freeney, you know it's going to be about a 2-second throw by Tom Brady.
Chris Hansen is the punter, and T.J. Rushing is back for the Colts. Rushing gets under it and calls for a fair catch at the 10-yard line. So a 3.5 for each side. Indianapolis and New England from Indiana.
You know why so many people love to fly Southwest Airlines?
Southwest has the lowest fares.
Low fares.
The lowest fares.
Grab your bag. Right now, fly Southwest Airlines to select destinations starting at $59 one way.
Bags fly free. That's what we're known for.
Free, 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 free.
Bags fly free only on Southwest, so our low fares stay low.
It's so low, you gotta go.
Grab your bag. It's on.
You doing lights this year? Because it gets pretty competitive. It gets intense. Yeah, you got that right.
Have the best lights in your neighborhood. Find exceptional values during the Season of Audi event on new and certified pre-owned models.
Welcome to the Now Network. Franny, Matt, and James just got 3 of Sprint's best 3G phones. Franny has the Palm Pre, which runs multiple apps at the same time.
Franny!
James the Jet Setter can call from just about anywhere in the world with the International BlackBerry Tour. And Matt has the customizable HTC Hero with Google, giving him access to thousands of apps. Bringing you the first and only wireless 4G network, and this holiday season, the most impressive lineup of phones. Sprint, the Now Network.
Sunday Night Football brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Go to southwest.com. Grab your bag. It's on. By Audi, Truth in Engineering. By Sprint, official wireless service sponsor of the NFL. And by Coors Light, when the mountains turn blue, your beer is as cold as the Rockies. Some scenes from this great rivalry, which really, of course, got heated up after Tom Brady became the starting quarterback in New England. Drew Bledsoe had started the decade. And then Brady comes on in 2001, guides them to the Super Bowl. Manning, of course, has been here throughout. He was the #1 overall pick in the draft in 1998. Colts starting from the 10-yard line. And off the play fake. Dallas Clark makes his 61st catch of the season. After the 36-yard line on a first down, he breaks out of a Brandon McGowan tackle, a 25-yard gain.
Well, Rodney Harrison probably is not going to like this one very much. Anytime you give Dallas Clark a free release, you are asking for trouble down the middle of the field. That has been the game plan of the Patriots in past years. Hit him and hit him again. That time they missed.
From the 35 now. Against a New England defense that, what else is new, will show Manning every look in the books tonight. And they hand the ball off to Adai. You look at Bill Belichick and Chris, one thing he's had to do is mix and match. 5 regular starters from last season are gone. Ty Warren is gone tonight with an ankle injury. Jarvis Green was already hurt. And, of course, at the beginning of the season, they sent Richard Seymour to Oakland.
Well, the good news, though, is they're playing the Colts tonight. So, basically, they've been playing a nickel with only 2 down linemen in the game, that being Vince Wilfork and Mike Wright, both essentially nose tackles.
Can't miss either as Manning goes back, and that catch is made, and that is Pierre Garçon getting position. He got in front of Lee Bodden, who has come over to the Colts after several years in Cleveland and then last year in Detroit, and was able to reach back toward Manning and make the grab. First down.
One of the things we talked to Peyton Manning about was the idea that he knew they were going to take away Reggie Wayne, knew they were going to try and take away Dallas Clark. He really felt like that Pierre Garçon may be positioned to have a big night.
From the 49-yard line. Manning deep down the left side and making the catch and staying in bounds at the 27 is Reggie Wayne. Merriweather and Wilhite were right there. Wilhite with the coverage and Merriweather coming over for safety help, but it's good for 25 on a great grab by number 87.
Jonathan Wilhite has to be thinking, are you kidding me? How can I have better coverage than that? And Peyton went up and quick snapped it.
And there's a whistle. And there's also, I think, going to be a challenge before he could snap it. Belichick was right there. Scott Green is the
England is
referee.
challenging the ruling on the field that it was a completed pass.
There's one thing that no huddle does is it doesn't allow you to talk to the guys upstairs, the assistant coaches. You just have to make the call pretty much on your own.
Hey, Coach Billy!
What? We need to open this Coors Light cooler for some Frostbrewed refreshment. Do you know the combination?
Go double right, turbo right, double pump.
Coach, it's not working.
Tandem right, Z-Peel. Where's San Diego?
Forget it, Coach. Gonna wedge it open with a crowbar.
Let's wedge it. Let's wedge it.
I'm trying.
Frostbrewed Coors Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Coach, we still can't get into the Coors Light. You're going to have to come up here.
Time out.
He's coming.
Right now at Men's Warehouse, when you buy one designer suit, you'll get one free. That's right, 2 suits for less than the price of one at a department store. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
The Audi S4, winner over the BMW 335i in a car and driver comparison test.
So what's the problem?
It's your blades, pal.
Oh, man, I should have known.
Nah, even the best blades get worn down. When that happens, it's not as comfortable, see? When the strip turns white, you should think about changing it for a smoother ride.
Gillette Fusion. Fresh blade, more comfortable shave. Greendale Community College. So green, they've got green in their name.
Greendale is so earth smart, we're changing our name to Envirodale.
Or there's that. New community, part of Green Week, Thursday on NBC.
We think the ruling on the field is going to be upheld. Reggie Wayne getting both feet in, and in effect you'll see it might even be 3 feet in, because there's one. He drags the right foot as he has control right there. 2, and then just for good measure, that foot is also, we think, in. That it won't matter though, because what Scott Green is going to see is that angle and this one as well.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The receiver got possession of the ball. Both feet, toe tap inbounds. New England is charged with a timeout. First down, Indianapolis.
And again, Chris, that's one of those things where normally, if they ran a normal offense, normal pacing, the assistant coaches upstairs could take a look at it. That challenge had to be made on the sideline by Belichick, by the seat of his pants.
Because Peyton Manning got him to the line of scrimmage and quick snapped the ball, he forced his hand.
First down, 26-yard line. This drive began at the Indianapolis 10. Manning fires over the middle, and that's going to be good for another first down to Dallas Clark. He's covered by the rookie safety out of Oregon, Pat Chung. First down, Colts.
Little pressure here, and Derek Burgess gets pressure around the corner as well. Bill Belichick telling us last night, you cannot pressure Peyton Manning. You can't blitz him and be successful, and Peyton just confirmed what Bill Belichick thought.
From the New England 14-yard line. Inside handoff goes to Adai. Indianapolis does really not have a running game to speak of. Right now, 3.7 is the team average. And for Adai, who was a first-round pick back in 06, his average this season, 3.4. League average is always 4.0, 4.1.
My goodness, Vince Wilfork just took Jeff Saturday and just planted him on the seat of his pants. And just blew him right into Joseph Adai.
Wow. Wilfork at 6'2" and 325. Saturday gives away about 35 pounds. Second and 11. Good pocket for Manning. Has time. And that pass is a little high and incomplete. Pierre Garçon was the intended receiver, and Bodden covering on the play. It'll be third down and 11.
Well, they're doubling the inside receivers now. Bill Belichick is down here in the red zone, and Pierre Garçon on the outside has man coverage. He has to be able to win this battle. They're basically giving him an opportunity. They're doubling Reggie Wayne right here, but they're singling up on the outside, and that's one he just has to win.
He won it earlier in the drive, but not that time. 3rd down and 11. They bunched 3 receivers to the right. Clark is to the left. Manning will set up a screen. Caught by a dive. Inside the 5. Touchdown Colts. Looked right, looked left, settled underneath, and they go 90 yards in 8 plays to take the lead.
Well, Payton is just going to fake a screen out to the right and then come back across as Joseph Adai works back underneath. Beautifully blocked, and I tell you, for the Colts, that's what works when these receivers get down the field and get some blocks. That time, Dallas Clark with the difference maker.
They ran it twice for 3 yards. They have some indoor fireworks here. Don't get me started on fireworks in indoor stadiums. Matt Stover for the extra point. That's good. And the Colts offense is on fire as well. 8:19 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 Indianapolis.
The Audi A6, winner in a car and driver comparison test.
The word is out. The Blind Side is a hit.
Wow. We're in the middle of practice, Leanne.
You can thank me later.
It's an inspiring and extraordinary true story.
I like that.
Funny, hugely entertaining.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Sandra Bullock is a surefire Oscar contender.
I go have some fun. You're gonna crush some people.
The Blind Side shows future sports movies how it's done.
Wow.
What did I tell you?
Sandra Bullock, The Blind Side, rated PG-13, starts Friday.
Bob, my office now.
There's nothing like the smell of fresh cooked bacon.
When it's real, you know when it's real.
Introducing Wendy's Bacon Deluxe. With Applewood smoked bacon that's fresh cooked, not pre-cooked, on hot, juicy North American beef.
At least 60 minutes of exercise every day. NFL Play 60 and United Way.
For the complete Sunday night experience, check out Sunday Night Football Extra. NBCSports.com, NFL.com, Mike Florio's Pro Football Talk. Available through that portal. Check it out. Good way to enhance the experience of Sunday Night Football. 7-0 is the score. And the kickoff is taken a yard into the end zone by Matthew Slater. Comes up to the 27-yard line. So now that Indy defense will come out. Chris talking about if there's one key to the game, it's the pressure that the defensive ends can put on. And that is the key to a lot of games against the Colts. Can Freeney and Mathis bring the heat? And very often they do. Meanwhile, Tony Banta-Cain is down. So the Patriot defense already minus Ty Warren a late scratch, and now Banta-Cain is on the turf.
You doing lights this year? Because it gets pretty competitive. It gets intense. Yeah, you got that right.
Have the best lights in your neighborhood. Find exceptional values during the Season of Audi event on new and certified pre-owned models.
Hello, I'm a Mac.
And I'm a PC. Hey, Mac, did you hear the good news? Windows 7 is out, and it's not going to have any of the problems my last operating system had. Trust me.
I feel like I've heard this before, PC.
What? Windows Vista's here, and it's not going to have any of the problems that Windows XP had. It's not going to have any of the problems that Windows ME had. It's not going to have any of the problems that Windows 98 had. It's not going to have any of the problems Windows 95 had. It's not going to have any of the problems Windows 2 had. Trust me. This time it's going to be different. Trust me.
Coach Levy.
Yes.
Did you tell the guys in the box next door we'd pay for all their Coors Light?
No.
Because they're saying it's on us.
They are saying it's on us.
Everyone deserves a beer with the taste as cold as the Rockies, but these guys are frost-brewed bandits.
Crying out loud, come on! They even bought those fancy leather NFL jackets.
Frost Brewed Coors Light, official beer sponsor of the NFL.
Coach, we got Todd here from the box next door, and he says he's not paying.
I'm not paying this.
Come on, Todd.
Hey guys, Jay Leno here with new comedy every night at 10 o'clock, 9 Central. Tomorrow night, a big night for Twilight fans. Actor Taylor Lautner will join us on the show. Also, the always beautiful Heather Locklear will be here. And since it's Green Week at NBC, you might want to cut back on some of those stadium lights. Hey! Hey!
Jay will promo that show anytime for some green. Tomorrow night, we're talking about Freeney since 0-2 sack fumble, which is the worst thing in a quarterback's lexicon. And the two of them have combined for 56. First down, ball is at the 27-yard line. And the ball is handed off to the versatile Kevin Falk, been doing his thing for 11 years with the Patriots. Short gain here. It'll be 2nd down and 7. And there is Tully Banta-Cain, who is a linebacker starter and also on special teams as well, who took a shot on that run back.
And he's probably their best pass rusher, and when you're playing against Peyton Manning, you can't afford to have him sitting there.
Belichick going over things with that defense, which watch the Colts go 90 yards. Sam Aiken is in the game. He's wide to the right. He's their number 3 receiver. And the ball is handed off to Falk. And Kevin fighting his way toward what he hopes will be a first down off a Stephen Neal block, but he is a little bit short of it. They'll spot the ball at the 36.5. It's going to make it 3rd down and inches.
Dan Copeland and Stephen Neal right here. Two of the 3 best interior players, I think, in the game, along with Logan Mankins. And we're starting to see right now the Patriots trying to establish a running game early so they don't have to deal with these Colts pass rushers.
And it's Brady who'll keep it himself and lunge ahead with a good thrust to the 40-yard line, and that will be a first down. Jim Caldwell was the anointed one. They talked about him replacing Tony Dungy whenever it was that Tony was going to retire. That had been the case for over a year. The only prior head coaching experience is when he was the head coach at Wake Forest. And he got fired in 2000 and was trying to get a job for one of his assistants, and he called Tony Dungy, who was at Tampa. And Caldwell winds up getting a job on Tony's staff and then comes to Indianapolis when Tony came here in 2002. Brady off the fake, has time, and in stride hits Randy Moss. And Moss with Bullock trying to take him down, but he can't bring him down until he gets to the 6-yard line. Perfect pass over the middle, threads the needle in stride, 55 yards, 1st and goal.
Well, all those running plays set up this. Linebackers are now stepping up on the play action fake, and you're able to get Randy Moss with a free release right down the middle. I'm going to suggest that's not a great idea for the future. When they've had success against Randy Moss, they get somebody out in his face and beat him up a little bit. When he gets long striding, tough to stop.
Maroney is the tailback. He swings to the outside, and Maroney will take it to the 1-yard line. He's tackled there by Clint Session. They've been running back by committee in New England this season for the most part. Of course, Fred Taylor was brought in from Jacksonville, got hurt. Maroney, and he's been a disappointment to a degree through his career. Number 1 draft choice. You thought he'd be better by now, and he understands that. His average right now 4.3, but he has an opportunity with all of the injuries, Sammy Morris and Fred Taylor, to really shine.
But over the last 3 games, when he's gotten that chance, closer to 5 yards a carry.
2nd down and goal. Maroney again. And into the end zone he goes for the touchdown. So a 90-yard Indianapolis drive is answered very quickly in a 3.5-minute 73-yard drive by the New England Patriots. An extra point away from tying the game.
They bring in an extra offensive lineman over here, Mark LaVore, and he just gets the double team and gets them in. And boy, Lawrence Maroney talking to him last night, he said, I'm tired of all the suggestions. I'm going back to what I know about running the football, and really it's paid off. He's been running much tougher lately.
Steven Gostowski for the extra point. Chris Hansen to hold it. After each team goes 3 and out, each team with a long touchdown drive. That's more like it. 4:47 left in the quarter. 7-7.
I'm itching like a man on a further tree. My friends say I'm acting a wild as a bug. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. I'm all shook up.
So what is this thing again?
It's Fidelity's guidance. It shows you ways to spend in retirement that can help your money last, whatever your plans.
Like if we wanted to travel?
Or start a business?
Yep.
Or take some classes?
Sure.
Or find the best cheeseburger?
The line isn't for everything.
Whatever your destination, Fidelity has the people, guidance, and investments to help you find your way. Fidelity Investments. Turn here.
Hi. What can I get for $1? That's yours. How far can I get with this?
You can get out.
Hi. What can I get for this?
How about 2 sizzling 100% pure beef patties with all the amenities in a meaty, melty McDouble? Or maybe an irresistible McChicken, golden fries, or any of the fabulous dollar menu tastes that are always here for you. Huh?
Wow. The dollar menu. Every day. Only at McDonald's.
Who needs reindeer when you can have penguins?
What kind of landing was that?
Any landing you can walk away from is a good landing.
DreamWorks' Merry Madagascar, a new TV special, Tuesday, 8/7 Central on NBC.
Primetime reminder, you can check it out this Thursday night, 8 Eastern and Pacific, 7 Central and Mountain. Community, Thursday nights, right here on NBC.
What do you got for that?
Used to be a Raider fan. 5 yards into the end zone, Chad Simpson will down it there. And with 4:47 to go, Peyton Manning coming back. And, of course, the big play on that drive was the pass to Moss.
Well, we talked about what happens when you establish your run. Watch Gary Brackett hesitate for just a moment here on this play-action fake. Going to step up, and now you have not a tight end, but Randy Moss running behind you, and he simply couldn't get in the hole against that cover 2 defense.
Donald Brown comes into the game. Brown was their #1 draft choice. Hurt his shoulder a couple of weeks ago, so he has been inactive for the last couple of games. Rod Ninkovich is now going to play the outside linebacker spot, normally occupied by Tully Bantakane. He is number 50. Manning setting up and throwing, and that'll be caught by Wayne, and Wayne will pick up a first down, outrunning the inside linebacker Gary Guyton. Meanwhile, let's go back to Joseph Adai, who hurt his hand or fingers on the touchdown play. Watch the off the right hand, and he gets it tangled up with Brandon McGowan, and he went from the bench back to the locker room. So that's why Brown is in at the moment. The ball is at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10. And a toss to the rookie. And he'll get taken down by Lee Martin. So, Andrea, what do you know about Adai right now?
Well, he just came back on the field, Al. His index and middle finger on his right hand are taped together over his gloves. At least they do have Donald Brown in there, as you mentioned. Remember, though, he missed the past 2 games with a sprained left shoulder.
Right, and ironically, it was Adai hurting his hand on a reception. Of course, it was after the reception as he got hit at the goal line. But Indy's touchdown tonight, a 15-yard pass play to a dime. 2nd down and 9 with the ball to the 37-yard line. Manning the time again, and that pass is caught by Austin Collie, the good-looking rookie out of BYU, drafted in the 4th round, who's already made a big mark. Darius Butler, a rookie from Connecticut, makes the tackle.
Well, now let's look at the changeup here. Gary Guyton, a linebacker, is going to come up on Dallas Clark and bump and run coverage as they go back to the no-huddle offense.
3rd down and 7 from the 39-yard line. Collie in motion to the inside. Manning has to step away from pressure, and the pass is incomplete. Pressure coming from behind, trying to get it out to Brown. He was covered by Gerard Mayo, and Myron Pryor, the rookie lineman out of Kentucky, is the guy that time who put the heat on Manning from behind.
Yeah, filling in for Tully Bantecane's going to come around here and get some pressure. This is exactly what they were trying to do by starting Derek Burgess in this game, trying to get a little additional pressure, and that time Ninkovich got there.
Here's McAfee now to punt. Long-time punter Hunter Smith now with Washington. He's been involved in 2 touchdowns, 1 run and 1 pass this season. And Wes Welker brings it back to the 29 after a short kick. 42-yard boot, 10-yard return, 3:07 remaining in the quarter. Game tied at 7.
Well, hey, glad I caught you. I was on my way to present ideas about all the discounts we're offering. I've got some catchphrases that'll make these savings even more memorable.
All right. Good driver discounts. Now that's the stuff.
How about this?
They're the bee's knees.
Or this?
Sir, how about just 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance?
Huh, yeah. Good luck with that catching on.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Sir, debris heading towards our comm satellite. Impact may cut off communications with ground forces.
Launch avoidance maneuver. "20 kilometers in closing."
Collision averted, sir. All objects are accounted for.
Good job.
Learn more at airforce.com.
2, 4, 6, 8, 6 the time to liberate. Go Christmas, go Hanukkah, go Kwanzaa, go Solstice, go plastic tree, go plastic tree, go plant a tree, go plant a tree. You 86 the rules, you do what just feels right. Happy do whatever you want, and to all a cheery night.
Teams of the decade drawing to a close. Most regular season wins, the Colts 109 and the Pats 108. 12 or more games the Colts have won over the last 6 seasons, going on a 7. And you look at the Patriots with that perfect regular season, and the Patriots with those 3 Super Bowl wins, and the Colts with 1. So 3 rings for Belichick. Tony Dungy won the ring following the 06 season with Manning. This game now tied 7-all. 1st and 10 with 3 minutes to play in the quarter, and the ball at the 29-yard line. And they'll start with a run. And this is Kevin Falk going to the outside. After getting initially stopped at the line of scrimmage, he's able to break free. And Bethea is back there, and Mathis goes all the way back down the field to run him down after a gain of 29.
Well, one of the problems that you're going to have here, you've got Gerard Powers, a corner, coming up here and trying to make this play. Because of all the receivers on the field, it forces the Colts to go into this nickel and dime defense. But watch Robert Mathis. You talk about how much this defense hustles. How many defensive ends you ever seen do that?
1st and 10. Brady off the fake. Pumping. And then going deep, and much too deep. Randy Moss was covered by Jacob Lacey. It'll be 2nd down and 10 with 2:20 remaining in the quarter.
Sebastian Vollmer is the new starter at left tackle for the Patriots, and I don't think that Dwight Freeney thought one time during the course of this game that he would see one-on-one protection on the outside, but Vollmer, who has played very, very well for Matt Light, did a great job there.
The just activated Isaiah Standback comes into the game, number 9. He was a quarterback at Washington. There's Vollmer, one of multiple second-round choices for the Patriots in the last draft. And the handoff to Kevin Falk, and he goes next to nowhere. Stopped at the 40-yard line. That's Powers again in on the action, coming up to the line of scrimmage to stop him.
Yeah, Gerard Powers, the rookie cornerback, just got his revenge on that one. Bill Belichick got him on the last one as Falk broke out of there on the long run, but that time Powers got his.
3rd and 9. Good protection. And then a great catch by Randy Moss at the 21-yard line. Going to the outside, getting position on Bethea, and a 20-yard gain and a first down off a 3rd and long.
Boy, Tom Brady with a pump fake right here is going to pump to the outside and freeze this cornerback right here so that he can't fall back underneath Randy Moss. Great play by Brady.
And now they go no huddle as it is Brady, and I think he goes no huddle there, thinking that play was close enough on the sideline that they wanted to avoid a challenge, a potential challenge on the Moss catch. That was Moss's 3rd catch, and so Brady goes to the line of scrimmage as if to indicate, hey, we don't want to give them time to think about this and overturn it. Clearly in. 2nd down and 9. Brady with 3 completions tonight. In 5 attempts, all 3 to Moss. Now a flag. Scott Green throwing the flag on the inside handoff to Kevin Falk.
Holding. Offense. Number 67. 10-yard penalty. 2nd down.
The center, Dan Copen.
The center here, and it's going to be interesting to watch Dan Copen tonight. He was out of the game last week with a knee injury. Some question as to whether or not he was going to be able to make this one. But that time, Daniel Muir just a little too quick for him.
Now in the final minute of the quarter, it's 2nd down and 19. That's Watson moving into the slot on the left. Fake to Maroney. Pass over the middle. Welker makes the catch. He gets it to the 15-yard line. So it takes Brady almost a quarter, but you know sooner or later he's going to find Wes Welker, who makes his team-leading 56th catch of the year.
And that was the first snap this entire game the Colts played defensively without their nickel. Tom Brady saw it and picked it apart.
56 grabs for Welker, who's also missed a couple of games. So that's in 6 games plus a quarter. Good quarter, the game tied at 7. And NBC's Sunday Night Football from Indianapolis continues after these messages.
Hi there, I'm Jack. And a while back, I got an idea right in there. You know what it was? Make my PC simpler. So what did? I passed it along to Microsoft. Next thing you know, Windows 7 and this new Snap feature. Now, if I'm working at 2 things at once, I just drag this over here, Snap. Simpler. Pretty much exactly what I told him. I mean, I'm not trying to take all the credit.
He called his mother.
Of course I called her. She needed to know this. I'm a PC, and Windows 7 was my idea.
I was wondering if you could throw a few more shifts my way.
Sorry, kid.
We're not going to let the bank take your house. We're going to be transporting $42 million. We're going to take that money. Are you crazy? Promise me nobody gets hurt. That's a promise.
On December 4th.
Someone's here. You just shot her. No choice. I do.
The only way to stop an inside job.
Where are you going?
Is from the inside.
Get the kid out of the truck.
Open this door! Arbird, rated PG-13, December 4th.
$5 for a sub, but no drink, no chips? Man, that's roughing the wallet. Now this is a total package.
A $5 Madden NFL box. Choose from 6 KFC favorites with a side and a Madden NFL Cup. Unthink. Taste the unsub side in KFC.
never before with a gift from Zale's exclusive Shared Heart collection. 30 pieces created to symbolize love shared and everlasting. And your gift of love becomes a gift of hope with a donation to Autism Speaks at Zales.
The Wildcat is coming to Carolina. Here, kitty, kitty. Dolphins, Panthers, Thursday Night Football on NFL Network. You want the NFL? Go to the NFL.
Second quarter in Indianapolis. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and Andrea Kramer. The game is tied at 7, and it's 3rd down and 4 for the Patriots at the Indianapolis 15-yard line. Kevin Falk flanking Brady. They've got Julian Edelman, who's missed a couple of games with a broken forearm in the game at wideout. And the pass goes to the outside, and that is Isaiah Stanback, just activated, making the catch and picking up a first down.
Well, one of the problems that you have, you try and come up and bring everybody around the line of scrimmage. Not a lot of support underneath. That time we're seeing Tom Brady. Anytime these pass rushers they have to make a quick move to try and get there, you can see how frustrated they've been so far because Tom Brady has just gotten the ball out of his hands so quickly.
Stanback, seldom used performer past couple of seasons at Dallas, had 2 receptions last year. Ball at the 6. Here come the Colts, and the pass is incomplete. Brady could feel it coming from his left side, intended for Randy Moss, and got it away quickly. 2nd and goal.
Well, they came with a safety blitz that time, and it left one-on-one with the outside Randy Moss against Gerard Powers, and they call this rookie an old man. They said they have never seen anybody come in with the kind of understanding of the game of football that this kid has. He just continues to impress them. They think he's a future Pro Bowler.
Moss got shaken up. Moss comes off the field here, back on the bench on 2nd down and goal out of a tight formation. And they give it to Maroney looking for a slot behind a Benjarvis Green Ellis block, and he is tackled at the 4-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and goal. And Moss needs a moment on the sideline.
Yeah, for Randy Moss, that's what Tom Brady said. We said, all right, when you go out and you're playing against the Indianapolis Colts, what's the first thing you look at when you break the huddle? His answer was easy. How they playing Randy Moss?
3rd and goal. They send Moss out to the right. Walker initially starts to line up in the slot that way. Now comes this way. Stanback is wide to the left. 3rd and goal. And Brady's going to go down at the 14, and that's Robert Mathis. Mathis and Freeney had not put that much heat on Brady to this point. And a big sack on a 3rd and goal, 4th down now.
Robert Mathis sets up Nick Kazir outside. Dick then goes back inside and comes away with a sack. Huge play. That's the kind of pressure they're going to need tonight if they're going to have a chance against this Patriots offense.
Red zone woes continue for New England. Right now they're 26th in the league in red zone touchdown percentage. 31-yard attempt coming up here for Gostowski to try to give New England the lead, and he does. 1:45 into the 2nd quarter. Rivalry of the decade. New England 10, Indianapolis 7.
80% of Toyotas sold in the last 20 years are still on the road today.
No.
Which means someday, this Camry could be his. Reliability to move you forward.
I really don't know where to start.
Daddy!
I have kids. Twins.
Welcome to fatherhood. You want to connect with these kids? I'm going to help you.
The kids have never seen Friday the 13th, part 1 or 2.
Oh my God!
Just kidding.
Where a man can be a man.
You made fire!
Get the car ready. And only the strong survive.
My kids are in there. Sorry, the zoo closes at 3. We're in the gorilla enclosure.
Bulldogs. Rated PG.
I'm all out of love, so lost without you.
Look, the mountains on this Coors Light cold-activated bottle turn blue and the beer is cold. How can you tell your beer is cold without it?
I can't do it. You know, I just can't do it.
Coach, when was the first time you saw the mountains turn blue?
91, when we won the division.
It wasn't invented yet.
When the mountains turn blue, your beer is cold and ready for kickoff.
Please nod if you like the following. A taste as cold as the Rockies. Cold-activated bottles. Shirts with random triangles.
Bill Belichick, he knows Peyton Manning extremely well. He knows a lot of great quarterbacks very well. Against Joe Montana, there was his record against Dan Marino. This is Bill as a head coach, Cleveland and New England, and as the primary defensive assistant, either with the Giants in the 80s or the Jets at the end of the 90s. And Manning 7-7 in the regular season, 2-1 in postseason. So when you think about it, Belichick and Manning have played this little chess game for the equivalent of more than a full season when you count their 3 postseason confrontations. And that kick is fielded 8 yards deep in the end zone by Chad Simpson.
Well, you can watch them on the sideline going over the Polaroids, and they're looking at the same exact pictures. But as far as brain power, Peyton Manning against Bill Belichick, that's pretty good. That's a pretty serious competition on the respective sidelines. And Peyton was telling us last night that Bill Belichick stands at the 50 and watches us warm up. I turn around and watch them warm up. And, of course, they do completely the opposite of what they do in the game during pregame warm-up. There is a lot of gamesmanship going on out here.
The essence of the game is deception. Donald Brown is the running back. First down from the 20. Quick drop, quick pass, Austin Collie, but they're going to whistle it out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That is where he steps out after a gain of, let's make it the 26, gain of 6.
One of the things that you'll see the Colts do is use these little pick plays in here. They're pretty good at it. They don't always make a lot of contact like there. All it does is create a little space for that slot receiver to come off and make the play. That time Peyton thought he saw a blitz and went right to the pick.
2nd and 4. It's an NBC promo. Hand off to Brown. And Brown for a very short gain over the right side. It'll be 3rd down and 3. As you can see, Banta Kane questionable with that rib injury sustained on a special teams play. And Adalys Thomas, who's been in a, I wouldn't say the doghouse, but kind of let somebody mind him for a couple of weeks, is back in. And that pass is incomplete, intended for Pierre Garçon, and Lee Bodden with the coverage on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Lee Bodden, the guy that started 15 games for the Lions last year, an old warhorse in this league, is just going to beat Pierre Garçon to the ball. And I think a lot of times these Patriots cornerbacks, they read the drop of Peyton Manning. So once you see a corner do something like that, look for those double moves to come.
McAfee. High floater, fair catch called for by Welker. 12:09 remaining. First half. Pass by 3.
Hold position. We got movement out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are not in Kansas anymore.
Avatar. This film is not yet rated.
Back for a limited time at Chili's. 3 courses, 2 people, $20. Start with a shared appetizer. Choose 2 entrees from over 15 Chili's favorites, like our new better than ever baby back ribs. Then share a dessert. Chili's. 3 courses, 2 people, $20.
We're on the island of misfit toys.
Hey, check out the new guy.
What are you doing here? You can download apps and browse the web.
Yeah, people will love you. You're gonna fit right in here.
With 5 times more 3G coverage than AT&T, Verizon Wireless is your destination for great gifts. Grab an HTC Windows phone like the Imaggio or the Droid Aeris with Google by HTC for just $99.99. Verizon Wireless.
Unstoppable. Paula Creamer is. So is her Citizen Echo Drive watch. Fueled by light, it never needs a battery. It's unstoppable, just like the people who wear it.
Monday, every box opened, every corner turned. A surprise will be lurking.
Good things do come to those who wait.
New Heroes, Monday on NBC.
Odd juxtaposition when you look at how they both got into the National Football League. Manning, of course, was a heralded high school player as well as a college player at Tennessee, and he knew he'd go 1 or 2 in the draft, and he went number 1. Brady played at Michigan, and you know the story, 6th round. So whereas Manning was the first guy picked in the draft, Tom was the 199th in 2000. And they send it out to Welker, and Wes Welker will pick up 12 yards on a screen to the outside, tackled by Gary Brackett.
One of the early stories in this game for me is Sebastian Vollmer, the left tackle who's playing for Matt Light. Here's a guy that grew up in Germany, was a soccer player and swam, and just didn't think it was quite physical enough for him, so he joined a local American football team, made the German national team and European all-star team, traveled to the States for the global championships, and impressed so many people there that they had about 10 recruiters show up on his doorstep. Ended up going to Houston and then out playing in the National Football League against Dwight Freeney.
On 1st and 10. And Brady buying time. Sends it deep down the field, and it is Moss making the catch and going into the end zone. Antoine Bethea is right there, but Moss makes it look so easy as he gets under it. That ball hung forever, and he's able to make the catch and go into the end zone.
I absolutely love what they're doing here. Forget the corners. Go run your routes on the safeties. You've got Antoine Bethea going straight down the middle of the field, basically having to turn and run against Randy Moss. Not happening. So Randy Moss against a safety, just an unfair competition. Tom Brady took advantage. Look at that catch.
Oh, it's great.
Big key again, Sebastian Vollmer. Look at the job he's doing on Dwight Freeney. That route took some time. He had him under control.
Moss had a 71-yard touchdown reception last week, 63 tonight. The extra point by Gostowski is good. Moss has caught 4 balls for 144. And New England has a 10-point lead early in the second quarter.
Good kill.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Get your limited edition Xbox 360 console.
Rated M for mature.
80% of Toyotas sold in the last 20 years are still on the road today.
No.
Which means someday, this Camry could be his. Toyota has more hybrids on the road than all other automakers combined. So we can all breathe a little easier.
This Thursday on The Office.
Happy Earth Day, everyone. I'm Recyclops.
Recyclops, Green Week hero, or
Recyclops will have his revenge.
He vowed to destroy the planet he once loved.
A new Office this Thursday on NBC.
Tony Dungy is back in New York and, of course, watching the game in our studios at 30 Rock. And clearly, Randy Moss has been the story of the game so far. And in addition to Moss, what else have you seen so far, Tony?
Well, they've done a great job, New England, moving him around to get him away from the double team. But also, the Colts haven't gone to Dallas Clark, even though he's been covered by a linebacker a lot. I think Peyton may be outthinking himself, figuring they're going to take him away. They'll start to go to him, I'm sure, against that linebacker coverage.
And we'll watch that as this drive will commence after the run back. And the kick is taken a yard into the end zone by Chad Simpson. And Chad will bring it out past the 20 and get tackled up at the 23-yard line. Kyle Arrington made the hard hit. Let's see if Peyton does go to Clark here. Clark has caught 2 balls tonight for 37 yards. Wayne has caught a pair as well for 41.
Well, one of the things that Peyton's had trouble with here lately is the fact that no one's respecting his running game. I watched him against Houston last week, and he would go play fake on the stretch play that they used to run so well, and the linebackers would back up. It looked like a run, and the linebackers were going backwards.
Manning buying time, and he just throws it into the ground. Nothing happening. Throws it ahead to the line of scrimmage. He was out of the pocket, so there's no grounding. 2nd and 10.
But you cannot be one-dimensional against great football teams.
Now there is a flag. You have to at least throw it with a receiver somewhere in the neighborhood.
Offensive pass interference. Number 17 blocking downfield on a forward pass. 10-yard penalty. First down.
So it has nothing to do with grounding, but the penalty is on Collie.
Well, here's what happens on this one. They expect the timing of the screen route to be such that he's going to get it out in about 2 or 3 seconds. When it didn't happen and Peyton tried to scramble out of there, it threw off the timing. They blocked early, and that's why you got the foul.
So the down remains first down. It's 1st and 20 with the ball at the 14-yard line. Brown takes the inside handoff, and Brown gets to the 21-yard line. Brandon McGowan making the tackle. It's a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 13 through week 9. Indianapolis 29th in the league in rushing yards per game, and the average is 27. There's a die on the sideline right now. His average is 3.4. Brown coming in. His average was 4.6. 2nd and 13. And over the middle, Brown is open. And Brown up to the 28-yard line. Gary Guyton makes the stop. So from a 1st and 20, they go down to a 3rd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Well, Donald Brown missed a few weeks here with a shoulder injury, but now is back in. And he's a very intelligent young man, good football player, very talented college player, and has really picked up this offense amazingly quickly. They don't lose a lot with the die out.
5'10" and 210. His size and weight. Played at Connecticut. 3rd and 5 from the 29. And McGowan over defensively toward the middle, and look out, and Manning goes down. You've got a flag down as well at the 29-yard line on the near side of the field, and that was a free shot for Gerard Mayo.
Illegal shift. Offense, 2 men moving. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
And how did Mayo get that free?
Well, it ended up happening. Peyton Manning saw what was coming, a blitz look coming, so he brought Dallas Clark down in tight, but the play clock was running down, and on that play, Dallas Clark had to try and get on the line of scrimmage and get Reggie Wayne off. They were both moving, and they come up with the penalty. So the late shift by the Patriots got Peyton that time.
This is already McAfee's 4th punt. When's the last time you saw a Colt punter punt 4 times in the first 21 minutes of a game? Ball at the 28-yard line. Wes Welker with a run back, and he gets taken down from behind at the 42-yard line. 9.5 to play in the half. New England up by 10.
Coach Romeo, these Coors Light cold activated cans just told me the beer's cold.
Yeah, they told me they were excited and they were happy.
Wait, the cold activated cans told you they were happy?
Sure.
Did the cans tell you anything else?
They said congratulations.
When the mountains turn blue, your beer is cold and ready for kickoff.
Coach, if all of your cold activated cans can talk, what happens when you open your fridge?
Generally, there's hoopla involved.
Hoopla?
Assassin's Creed 2, available November 17th. Rated M for mature.
PS3, now $2.99.
PlayStation.
We call it the American Renewal because we believe in creating cleaner energy that creates new jobs, being the #1 manufacturer of wind turbines in America, and developing lower-emission, fuel-efficient aircraft engines. Eco-imagination means growing the green economy by harnessing our most powerful resource, imagination.
The American renewal is happening right now.
Wednesday.
I didn't do this.
How do you beat evidence?
They got her DNA on the knife.
It's not possible. That doesn't lie.
Scientists found a way to fabricate DNA.
I want a lawyer.
New SVU, Wednesday night, 8 Central on NBC.
The Tonight Show this week, Nicole Kidman will be there, so will Ava Mendes with Conan O'Brien, and then Jimmy Fallon will have Tim McGraw coming by this week, late night on NBC. It's the Indiana State Capitol on about a 55-degree night outside. Roof closed at Lucas Oil Stadium. 1st and 10 now for the Patriots from the 43-yard line. New England up by 10. And off the play fake, getting free is Ben Watson, and the tight end to the 21-yard line. Tom Brady, the inside fake out of the gun. That's good for 36 yards, and he's shredding the Indianapolis secondary.
Well, they shift coverages now, and Bullett's going to come down and play a single high safety here. And Tom Brady had the absolute perfect call on. Ben Watson goes right by him with that 4.5 speed of his. And right now, the Colts just have no answers for Tom Brady.
And another problem, Tim Jennings, starting corner, has just limped off from the 21-yard line. 5-yard gain here for Lawrence Maroney, 2nd down.
Let's go back to 07, and you're going to see a pretty familiar play here. Both these teams undefeated, and Randy Moss, same thing, same guy, Antoine Bethea. Instead of running routes on the corners, they go straight up the numbers and force that safety to turn and play like a cornerback. They're not used to doing that. They're not used to playing these balls in the air, but they got burned years apart.
2nd down and 5. From the 16-yard line, here's Brady to the outside, and that's caught. That's going to be a 1st down. Chris Baker making the catch. And the other thing we have to bring up too, Chris, is that Bob Sanders, who was the Defensive Player of the Year a couple of years ago, he is gone for the season. Kelvin Hayden is not playing, and neither is Marlon Jackson. They are already, before the game even starts, -3 guys who are huge.
And when we were at practice on Friday, Aaron Francisco, who they planned to play as the dime back, got hurt in practice, and he can't play in this one.
So they start with 2 rookie corners. They're all over the place right now. Brady, having a field day, has thrown for 223 yards in a quarter and a half. And that pass is incomplete. The coverage good that time on Moss. Looked like a little miscommunication as Gerard Powers with the coverage. And looking back was Moss as if to say, I didn't know you were going to throw me a fade.
Slant and go here. Watch this. He's going to come in, fake the slant. Watch the reaction by Powers. This kid's really something. I mean, he is really a good player. How many rookie corners have ever had Randy Moss assigned to him in a one-on-one situation? And so far, he's held his own. Now, the safeties have been getting burned, but he's done okay.
2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Moss splits to the right. Brady under pressure, avoids the sack, gets it away, throws to the end zone. Caught, touchdown, Julian Edelman. Five plays, 57 yards. And that's 23 going on 24 unanswered points for New England. Edelman, a rookie out of Kent State where he was a quarterback, has just scored his first NFL touchdown. Gostowski for the extra point. Well, I said at the beginning, they had the buzz of a heavyweight championship fight. If this were a heavyweight championship fight, I think they would be sending New England to a neutral corner right now to give Indy a break.
No question about it. Robert Mathis had a chance over here. He had Tom Brady, beats Nick Kazir and gets him in his hands, but Brady too strong, escapes, buys a little time, and finally finds Edelman. It was really the key to the play. You know, Tom Brady's not a fast guy. He's not a scrambler, but he is a guy that within the pocket has a great feel for when somebody's coming after him, just avoids, buys time, and you can imagine trying to cover somebody for 6 seconds at this part of the field. White Freeney on the other side tries to come with the inside move, but they have neutralized him all game long. And in fairness, let's say this, Sebastian Vollmer, for the most part, has not had a lot of help. That has been a tremendous key to this explosion of points for the Patriots.
So Edelman with a broken forearm, and he has that cast on the right arm, and now 24 points against a defense leading the league in fewest points allowed coming in. Simpson downs it in the end zone. They start at the 20. Sunday Night Football brought to you by Disney's Old Dogs in theaters everywhere November the 25th. By Toyota, moving forward. By Subway Restaurants, introducing Subway melts like chicken cordon bleu. Subway, eat fresh. And by Coors Light. When the mountains turn blue, your beer is as cold as the Rockies. Don't look at me when I promote Old Dogs, would you? Stop it.
You're the best.
That's your Bengals. First down at the 20-yard line. Chad Simpson is the running back, so now they go to their number 3 back with a die on the bench and Brown on the bench, and it's Simpson up to the 26-yard line.
Watch Vince Wilfork right inside here. We had a chance to meet him last night. He's one of the largest human beings I've ever seen. He comes in, he's a great guy, just so personable, loves playing the game, has a lot of fun.
Manning hit as he throws, and also the receiver Robinson hit as he throws, and Mayo says,
Well, I tell you, this game is almost being played in reverse for me. I thought that you would see a ton of pressure by the Colts in this game, and yet it is the Patriots' pressure on the outside. Derek Burgess is working on Ryan Deem, and Deem just barely gets a finger on him. I mean, this pass protection has to get better for Peyton Manning because they cannot run the ball. They have to rely on him making plays.
Both so out of sync that they huddle before a 3rd down and 5 from the 25-yard line. Pass show blitz and then back off. That gives Manning time, and the pass is caught by Wayne, and he's able to shoulder his way across the 30 for a first down before he's tackled by Darius Butler.
Oh, they're going back to the basics of their playbook now. They just get Reggie Wayne in the slot with that little in and out move. He is one of the quicker receivers around, and Jim Caldwell, I guarantee you, he's not panicked. He's seen the Indianapolis Colts have a big comeback before. In that championship game, they were down 21-3.
He was on the staff for years, and that sent the Colts to the Super Bowl, erasing an 18-point deficit. Now you've got Wayne, and he'll be taken down after an 8-yard gain by 24. Jonathan Wilhite.
Well, the The last play, they brought Reggie Wayne in and then out. This time they're going to go out and then in. The Patriots, as they have done the majority of the times in the past, want to try and pressure these wideouts and get in their face.
Second and a long one. Back to the ground now. And this is Simpson up to the 46-yard line. Again, if you missed it, Adai scored a touchdown earlier in the game, but had to go to the locker room, and they taped 2 fingers together, so he has not been in since. We'll take a look at how they've taped him up there. And so it would be, in particular, difficult to get involved in the passing game again. And their touchdown tonight was on a pass to him. And then Brown played the last couple of series. And now Simpson is in here. That's the fake. Manning has a ton of time. Over the middle, that pass is incomplete. But here come the flags. Pierre Garçon interfered with by Lee Bodden.
Interference, defense, number 23. Ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
Well, there you had Pierre Garçon, the guy that Peyton Manning thought was going to have to make some plays, probably the fastest of these receivers. And Lee Bodden is going to grab the jersey there at the end, and when they see that little tug, they're going to call it.
That's a 19-yard penalty. First down at the 36-yard line. And Simpson inside the 30 picks up a first down. And who would have ever figured that Chad Simpson, who mainly runs back kicks, would come into the game on a very key drive with the team down by 17 and do the job.
Well, Derek Burgess is going to blow this one. He's going to loop back inside trying to get a pass rush, and he ends up losing contain. Boy, Jeff Saturday, what a nice move by him to get on the outside and get the contain sealed as well. Great speed on that one by Saturday.
Indy huddling again. Donald Brown now comes back in. He's the running back. At the 20 on first down. 4.5 to the half. Fake toss. Manning with time. And then he throws that one too deep. Incomplete. Garçon at the back of the end zone. Covered well. Second down. And Garçon needs some help.
They're going to run out of ambulances around here. Oof. It really was completely thrown off timing. Garçon, I think, almost thought the play was over, and then Peyton just threw it late.
It's James Sanders who comes in at the end.
Remember, no force out anymore, so this is clearly out of bounds.
And Garçon still down. Hopefully just the wind getting knocked out of him by the legs of Sanders as he went to the turf.
You could see Sanders' legs sort of getting him in the midsection, and let's hope all it did was knock the wind out of him.
That'll send Hank Baskett into the game, the former Eagle.
And it's not totally shocking. In practice on Friday, he was taking a lot of reps, and so he's sort of slowly the last couple of weeks been playing a little bit more. The former Philadelphia Eagle, who just sort of jogged on the field and jogged off. So
yeah.
I don't know if you get a stat for that.
Just a cameo. Second and 10. Good protection. Manning to the back of the end zone, and it is caught by Wayne for the touchdown. Reggie Wayne, 20 yards. He beats the second-year back, Will Height. And on a drive that Indianapolis needed to cash in on, they get 7.
This time you're going to see the safety try and jump underneath. When Reggie Wayne went up the field, Peyton Manning kept looking left, and the safety kept drifting that way until he was completely out of position. Great job by Reggie Wayne getting those feet down, too.
And now it's officially 7 with the extra point as Stover boots it through. So after New England had scored 24 unanswered points, back come the Colts. 8 plays, 80 yards. It's 24-14 Patriots.
This is no time to play. I'm picking a photo for my Capital One credit card. Old man Sutter? Why would I put his picture on my card? Nice drawing, but this photo's cuter.
Personalize your card by uploading your own photo at CapitalOne.com.
Lady, what's in your wallet?
911, what's your emergency?
Wrapping Garcon's left foot on the sideline after he was hurt, and then Wayne makes the catch in the back of the end zone to make it a 10-point game again. And with 4:17 to the half, New England will get the ball.
Well, Reggie Wayne benefited that time from all the attention that Dallas Clark was getting. Tony Dungy talking about how much attention that these Patriots pay to Dallas Clark, who had 14 catches a week ago. And Bill Belichick said, believe me, he won't have 14 against us. They had a plan for him, but it did open up things for Reggie Wayne.
Wayne's caught 5 tonight for 77 yards. Manning is 13 of 19 for 155, and Brady has already thrown for 232 yards. 3 yards in, that's Matthew Slater being told don't come out by Wheatley. Quarterback comparison, take a look at the figures right here. Those long passes to Moss, a near perfect rating for Brady. And good numbers for Manning, but his team was in serious trouble before that last drive, and he's able to lead them down the field on an 80-yard march.
Well, the #1 scoring defense in the NFL is the Indianapolis Colts, and so far they've been getting scorched out here.
From the 20.
Colts showed pressure and checked out of it.
And incomplete on a dump off for Falk underneath. 2nd and 10. Again, we were talking about coming into the game, the two teams that had given up the fewest points per game in the league. 13.5 for the Colts, and already 24 tonight.
On pace to give up about 50 after allowing 13 and a half.
There's Larry Coyer. He is the new defensive coordinator. Ron Meeks was here for years. But Coyer and Jim Caldwell go way back. 2nd and 10. And that pass is incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10 on a pass intended for Wes Welker.
Well, you saw the Colts and Peyton Manning try and get back to what they do. Wes Welker establishing something underneath is so important for Randy Moss, because if they can just play him deep and not play Welker, it doesn't work.
Crowd looking for a 3 and out. Spin around, and they get their 3 and out.
Well, we've seen Tom Brady on the cover of nearly every magazine in the country, sports and otherwise. He might be added to the list for the ballet magazine for next week. Never seen him do a little pirouette like that before.
Hanson to punt. So rushing, counting the guys in front of him to make sure there were 11 out there. Backing up, 25-yard line, fair catch called for by Rushing. Now, one of the great things about this rivalry, the games have been so highly anticipated, and most of them have really lived up to the billing. I read something the other day. Somebody actually wrote that the networks made a deal with the league to make sure these two teams face each other. And even though they're not in the same division, that's not how it works. There's a formula, and it just so happened to work out that almost every year they do face each other.
Well, it's a good idea, and if there is that formula, let's have it twice a year.
We should do that.
You know, it's amazing. These two teams used to be in the same division, and the games meant nothing when they did play twice a year. And now that they switched divisions, all of a sudden, this is the greatest rivalry of all time.
First down from the 25-yard line. Manning off the play fake, going deep, and that is caught by Garcon, but then he loses the ball. Looked like Garcon, who had been hurt and had his foot wrapped, twisting around, had it just for a second. Bodden with the coverage, but it's incomplete. Second down.
Well, Garcon's going to have to win these battles. He is one-on-one. Of course, the ankle bothering him a little bit, so we'll give him some benefit of the doubt. But it is the coverage on Dallas Clark right now that's allowing him to operate. But so far, Lee Bodden's been winning.
Second down and 10. Now Brown. And Brown is able to pull his way to the 30-yard line, where he's tackled by Pat Chung. Ball at the 30 now. Third down and 5 for the Colts.
Let's go back to that last play, and we'll take a look at Dallas Clark coming off the ball in the slot right over here. And you'll see he's got all kinds of traffic around him. They simply are not going to let Dallas Clark win this battle tonight.
And injury timeout. That is Rob Ninkovich, who is down on the ground. Bantakane was injured earlier, so there's the man who was filling the spot occupied by the starter Bantakane.
So they are really down to Derek Burgess and Adalys Thomas on the outside.
3:24 to play in the first half, and as you look down upon the state capital of Indiana, tonight's aerial coverage brought to you by The Blind Side.
I'm not so sure this crowd doesn't think that that injury had something to do with wanting the Patriots to make a few substitutions out there. This is a pretty sophisticated crowd.
They've seen it happen before. I'm thinking the same thing. When a guy is down and then all of a sudden he gets up and he looks like he can run a marathon, there is some skepticism. Third down and 5 at the 30-yard line.
False start. Offense, number 85. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
That's Garcon, who is lined up wide to the right.
He did. He definitely flinched. And you know, sometimes this stadium gets so quiet, wide receivers aren't used to hearing the snap count. You know, there's always a bunch of noise and things. And when it's this quiet, you start hearing all those crazy calls by Peyton, and he just jumped.
Hey, 2 on the 3.
Scared him. Third and 10. And Manning's pass is behind Clark and incomplete. And Derek Burgess forced the issue getting into the backfield and hitting Manning. 4th and 10.
And on the coverage, a kid I really like this, Patrick Chung, number 25. Last week and last couple of weeks, he's proven what a great blitzer he is. Now out there in coverage on Dallas Clark. They have some really good young safeties for the New England Patriots. They can hit, they can cover, and they can run.
So McAfee to punt, 5th Indy punt. They also punted 5 times in the first half against the 49ers a couple of years ago. When Hunter Smith was here, sometimes he wouldn't even have to shower. He would barely see any action. But tonight, a different story. 5 boots. Here's Walker from the 27-yard line. And he's out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. Speaking of magazine coverage for Brady, he runs the gamut. GQ, SI, plenty of times. Of course, there's Peyton on the cover. Yeah, there's a little, what do you call it, dichotomy here? And then they both make it from time to time.
You know, I think I can say any word in the English language and they can find something to throw up from the truck down there.
Right.
These guys are remarkable. They even had magazines on hold.
But neither guy's been on Popular Mechanics, to our knowledge, yet. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. And this drive begins with Falk for a short gain. As we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2.5 to play in the half.
How much does Tom Brady like Kevin Falk? He was really singing his praises about how he's one of the most intelligent players that he has ever played with. Loves having him in the backfield, understands the passing game, understands protections, and just loves him as a guy and as a teammate.
He told us last night, right at the top of the list of smart players, dependable, always in the right place. 11th year, fall second-round pick back in '99. So he preceded Brady in New England. And Brady will let the clock run all the way down to the 2-minute warning. In Indianapolis, Patriots 24, Colts 14.
Ode to new Subway melts. When we melt cheese and meat together in a Subway sub, you've got to create a whole new field of flavor metrics just to explain it. The flavor in any of these tremendously tasty melts, like the Ooh La La-licious new chicken cordon bleu melt, stacked with juicy chicken, succulent Black Forest ham, and melted cheese, or the hot and meltrageous Subway melt, will leave your taste buds calling for more, if you could hear them under all that bubbly cheese. Melted goodness made irresistible. New Subway melts.
Samsung LED TV presents Intense Events, a look at intense moments from around the NFL. With passes to Antonio Gates and Darren Sproles, the Chargers' Phillip Rivers led a last-second game-winning drive last week against the Giants.
34 seconds left, down 6.
Rivers, end zone, it is caught! Touchdown! Vincent Jackson!
The Samsung LED TV. It's football in hyper-real.
Unstoppable. Eli Manning is. So is his Citizen Echo Drive watch. Fueled by light, it never needs a battery. It's unstoppable, just like the people who wear it.
Some critics are calling this movie exciting, violent, a blood-spurting good time. Fortunately, they're right. Ninja Assassin, rated R. It's Thanksgiving.
First innovations. The Lexus LS doesn't simply lead an industry, it inspires one.
You said it, Coco, because this week's all-new Tonight Show is going to have some of the hottest stars and the biggest comedy. And you know Jimmy Fallon is going to be hitting it real hard this week. New Tonight Show, new late night, this week on NBC.
Well, Tony Dungy and Rodney Harrison know a lot about this rivalry, so they're going to weigh in on the Toyota halftime show. We're at the 2-minute break. There's Victory Field, a couple of blocks away, home of the Indianapolis Indians. Pittsburgh Pirates, AAA affiliate in the International League, saluting the Colts on this Sunday night. Second down and 8. With Brady spinning around and throwing it at the feet of Falk because Robert Mathis got right in his grill. Third down and 8.
What a brilliant play by Robert Mathis. Even on the bit of a double team coming on the outside. Watch this move. Splits the two, and on a screen pass nearly gets a sack. Robert Mathis against Nick Kazir has been the best that the Colts have been able to throw at the Patriots tonight.
I took literary license with getting into the grill. Third down and 8. You get the point. Here's Brady going to the right side. Caught at the 40-yard line. This is Edelman, but he can only get to the 43-yard line. Edelman with that cast on the right forearm. When he scored that touchdown before his first NFL touchdown, he was a right-handed quarterback at Kent State. He had to spike it left-handed.
Watch Stanback here. Going to come down and get a chip against Dwight Freeney. Freeney said, I know I'm going to end up getting hit from all different directions, but for a wide receiver, that's a pretty good one right there.
So now with 1:47, Chris Hansen with his third punt of the night. TJ rushing to run it back. Pretty unusual. 8 punts in a game in which there were 38 points before the half.
A lot of big plays.
Yep. Quick drives. Quick scoring drives. And Hansen just does get that one away, and it's a floating short pick. It takes a sideways skip. And we're down at the 24-yard line. So Peyton coming back out. He has 2 timeouts, 33-yard boot. Well, and look at that Simpson now, who had come in and did a good job with a head injury, and he is questionable to return. So a dive with his fingers. Brown's coming back off the shoulder, and now you got a problem with Simpson.
Well, that just means throw a couple more wide receivers on the field and let Peyton Manning go to work. This is, remember him against Tennessee right before the half. The drive he put together, and this is a guy with a couple of timeouts in 1 minute and 36 seconds. Pretty tough to deal with. We'll see.
That was the tight end on the right. And that pass is caught by Reggie Wayne for a gain of 6. They're spotted at the 30-yard line.
They're leaving Dallas Clark down inside here to help on protection. It's really widening Derek Burgess here.
Clark goes out into the pattern. The pass is caught. That's Wayne. He'll try to get out of bounds, but he can't. Clock keeps running. The ball is up at the 36-yard line, tackled by Wilhite.
Yeah. Reggie Wayne right out here, or Dallas Clark, I'm sorry, on the end of the line of scrimmage, stretching Burgess.
And now the pass, a short pass caught by Collie. So New England giving them what Indy's taking underneath, but the clock ticking down under 50 seconds. Again, 2 timeouts remaining for the Colts. And this time it's Garcon. He gets the ball into New England territory at the 48-yard line. He had a penalty.
Illegal motion, offense, back was not set. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That back was Brown. Illegal motion with 41 seconds.
Well, we saw Donald Brown in practice the other day. Of course, he's been out a few weeks with the shoulder injury, and he looked a little uncomfortable. He and Peyton ran into each other one time on a handoff, and you just sit out a couple of weeks in this offense, and all of a sudden there's a lot of foreign things. They change everything every week, and Donald Brown just got caught, just a rookie.
2nd down and 7. Peyton getting to that point, he's going to have to start looking deeper downfield. Because New England knows that as well.
I tell you, though, you were starting to see the defensive linemen for the Patriots in this no-huddle offense getting a little worn down here. They don't have much depth left over there because of all the injuries.
This will be the 36th play run by the Colts in this half. 2nd down and 7. And Manning going deep downfield, and then it is dropped. It is Austin Collie. He had good inside position. The pass was a strike, and he dropped it. 3rd down.
Well, nice move by Austin Collie to get open. He's going to go out, fake the out, come back inside. But Al, sometimes they talk about rookies and young players, and we've seen Austin Collie and Pierre Garcon, who played so well, make some big mistakes tonight.
3rd down and 7. Manning out of the outside, intended for Collie, and that pass is incomplete. And now Indianapolis is in a situation where they're forced to punt.
Well, the one thing I thought Collie had trouble with last week against Houston was the bump and run coverage. And so far, we have seen the Patriots up in his face the entire game, forcing him to make moves against that bump and run coverage, and it hasn't worked.
And timeout is taken by New England. This will be the 6th punt for McAfee. And it's the most punts in a first half by the Colts since 1992. Through the decades. Talking about the Colts at 109, and there they were. Lombardi's Packers with 96 in the 60s. The Cowboys under Landry with 105 in the 70s. And then Bill Walsh started to weave his magic in San Francisco with 104, and that continued into the 90s with George Seifert and Steve Mariucci at 113. So the 49ers had that spectacular 20-year run, and now the Colts at $109 in this decade. And on 4th and 7. Welker's just going to let the punt go. And that punt will be down at the 9-yard line with 22 seconds. And Brady will probably just take a knee, and the teams will head to the locker room.
Yeah, the Colts do have a couple of timeouts here, so can't really afford an incomplete pass at this point, or you might have to give it back to them.
Yep, well, they've got 2 timeouts.
Right.
They can only stop it twice. Belichick looking up at the clock and knowing what the strategy is here. Meanwhile, New England will get the ball to start the second half. Remember, they won the opening toss and elected to defer. So knowing the math right here, you can still do a couple of kneel downs, and then on third down you just let the clock run out. No sense in Indy even calling the timeout right here. The teams will head to the locker room after a 38-point first half. Halftime in Indianapolis, New England 24, the Indianapolis Colts 14. The Toyota halftime show coming right up, but first these messages from your local NBC station.
Thursday, when the planet needs help, we answer the call.
Greendale is changing our name to Envirodale.
Booyah. We ride share.
Giddy up! Giddy up!
We turn to the experts.
Happy Earth Day, everyone. I'm Recyclops.
And when you go green, you get gore.
You know, there's an old African proverb that I made up. Recycle everything.
So that's where that came from.
And the crowd goes wild.
New Community, Parks and Rec, The Office, and 30 Rock. Go green. Watch TV. Thursday on NBC.
Monday on News 5 Today, too much noise and not enough learning.
The surprising reason many children develop dyslexia.
Plus, some Cincinnati firefighters get a new home.
And our international airport makes your next flight easier.
We'll see you Monday morning at 4:56.
Tuesday at 11.
My percent body fat was actually off the chart.
That was 100 pounds ago, thanks to a program at Children's Hospital where kids are shedding the weight and getting results. News 5 shows you how they did it and how you can do the same thing with your family. Tuesday at 11.
As an athlete, I know that the choices you make help you get where you want to go. That's why I use BP gasoline with Invigorate.
All 3 grades of BP gasoline with Invigorate have a unique formula that, when used continuously, help clean away harmful deposits and keep your car running younger for longer.
Now that's a winning choice.
Visit bpinspiresme.com or text BPME to 77950 to enter for your chance to win one of 3 inspiring vacations.
What did you get, John?
Oh, I got him a new BlackBerry.
Oh, nice. What's that?
Whoa! That's the expensive monthly data plan that came with your new phone. Go to Cincinnati Bell and give him a new BlackBerry he'll love. And an affordable plan he'll love even more. That's what I do.
Cincinnati Bell has free BlackBerries and Wi-Pay for 2, the nation's best data plan for your new BlackBerry. Cincinnati Bell, right here for you.
Gotta go.
This is a place built by hard-working hands, where hospitality hasn't much changed for generations, and that's just the way we like it. This is the West that we know. This is Longhorn. Tonight, come in for 2 signature stuffed fillets, like our new crab stuffed fillet with a rich and creamy sauce, topped with jumbo lump crab meat. Or try our tender fillet stuffed with melted fontina cheese and savory wild mushrooms. Only at Longhorn Steakhouse. Discover the West in you.
Jay Leno at 10.
News 5 at 11, Monday.
The Wildcat is coming to Carolina. Dolphins, Panthers, Thursday Night Football on NFL Network.
Welcome to the Toyota Halftime Show, brought to you by Toyota, moving forward.
My Sharona blaring in the background at Lucas Oil Stadium. And it was Tom Brady and the Patriots who had the knack in the first half, leading it by a score of 24-14. From Indianapolis quickly to New York, Dan Patrick is standing by with the guys. Dan?
All right, Bob, thank you. With the former New England Patriots defensive back Rodney Harrison, of course, the former Colts coach Tony Dungy. Interesting to watch the game with these two. Yeah. What's Bill Belichick saying at halftime, Rodney?
He's going directly in that locker room, and he's talking to the offense. He says, 24 points is okay, fellas, but in order for us to win, we're going to have to put up 35, 40 points. We have to play 60 minutes and finish this game.
What about Jim Caldwell?
Well, Jim's saying we've been in this situation before against New England. We can come back if we play patient on offense, don't get greedy, don't take chances, And defensively, we've just got to play a little smarter.
Okay, explain to me. We all know Randy Moss is great and a Hall of Famer. He's making it look a little bit easier. The Colts are certainly assisting him.
Well, New England's done a good job moving him around to get him away from the double team to get some deep balls. But that's what I mean about playing smarter. This formation, Randy Moss is never in the slot unless he's going deep. That's Wes Welker, who's normally there. With Moss lined up there, all 7 of these guys should be saying, Moss is in the slot. Watch out for him going deep. But you've got the linebackers inside that end up biting on this play action, stepping up. And the safety's so wide, Rodney, they've got to know Moss is going down the middle here.
Yeah, the safety has to do a better job of recognizing that this is the tight end out here, and this is Randy Moss right here. You have to get Randy Moss, get closer to him, and limit his ability to get up the field.
Yeah, Moss in the slot, when he's not out wide, something is up for him, something special, and this really opened up the floodgates and got it started.
4 catches, 144 yards for Randy Moss. How concerned are you with what Rodney said in the pregame? They're going to put pressure on Peyton Manning. The question is, where's it coming from?
Yeah, and they did a good job of really rushing Peyton, actually better than the Colts did of rushing Brady, and that's what allowed Moss to catch all those deep balls.
All right, how concerned would you be if you're Bill Belichick that have you seen the best of the Colts so far?
No, you haven't. You got to understand that Peyton Manning, he's going to get hot. Those receivers that are rookies, yeah. They're playing like rookies, which we haven't seen them play like rookies this year. They're going to get hot. They're going to put up some points. You just got to fend them off.
That's another thing. I'm sure Jim Caldwell went to those 2 guys and said, you can catch the ball. We know you can catch.
Yeah, stop acting like rookies. Coming up next, we'll look at the best of Week 10. We'll have the highlights for you, but first, another great moment in tailgating history. The scene is Dayton, Ohio. The year's 1922. A tailgator is prepping a meal of beef, accidentally invents a device now seen and heard at football games throughout the country.
A rare home game for the Dayton Triangles football team.
The meal of the day for tailgaters? Beef.
She's good. She's been fed well.
Where did the cows go?
Lunchtime! After lunch, there were some random items left over.
Random, until Eric Burnett used his head.
Hey, what do you want me to do with these?
I don't know.
Go team.
Football, say hello to the cowbell ringer.
Wonderful.
Well, not for the cows.
History gets another great tailgating moment.
And to vote for your favorite tailgating invention, go to NBCSports.com/tailgates. Week 10 highlights. We begin in Green Bay. The Dallas Cowboys, they win against the Philadelphia Eagles. Had problems here. That is Tony Romo getting sacked. Clay Matthews ultimately recovers the ball. Charles Woodson had a big game as the Packers win at 17-7. Lions at the Vikings. First play, fourth quarter, Brett Favre. He threw for 344 yards. And Sidney Rice had 7 catches, 201 yards. Eagles, Chargers. Big day. LaDainian Tomlinson learned his wife was pregnant before the game. And then he delivered on the afternoon. Third place all-time total touchdown list, 146. Jaguars, Jets, time running out. Jets out of timeouts. Jags down 1. Maurice Jones-Drew takes the knee at the 1. Jags run the clock out, kick the game-winning field goal. Bengals, Steelers, not your dad's Bengals. First quarter, it's the rookie Bernard Scott, 96-yard kickoff return, only TD of the game. Steelers last chance, Big Ben under pressure all day. Michael Johnson and Frosty Rucker with the pressure. He was sacked 4 times. Bengals win it 18-12, sweeping the Steelers. So a big win for the Bengals. And for more on that, we go back to Indianapolis and Bob Costas. Bob?
Okay, Dan, while the Patriots and Colts battle once again for real and perceived supremacy in the AFC, it should be noted that the reigning Super Bowl champions are the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it should also be noted that the Cincinnati Bengals have now beaten the Steelers twice this year. After today's 18-12 win in Pittsburgh, the erstwhile Bungles now have a record of 7-2, which could be 8-1, but for a freak last-play loss in their season opener against Denver. Think about that. The Bengals, not long ago synonymous with dysfunction. The only team that once might have felt the necessity to travel with a bail bondsman. A team whose most visible player, Chad Ochocinco, if he insists, virtually defines self-promoter. The Bengals are now a business-like squad capable of winning a down-and-dirty game in Pittsburgh. They have a defense, a running game, and a healthy Carson Palmer at quarterback. So, atop the AFC, the Colts, the Pats, and the Bengals? With more than half a season's returns now in, that doesn't sound so absurd anymore. The Pats lead the Colts 24-14, and we're back for the second half in a moment. As we head to this break, a programming note. Tomorrow morning on the Today Show, Meredith Vieira talks with Charlotte Nash, the woman who was attacked by her friend's chimpanzee. That's tomorrow morning on Today.
This has been the Toyota Halftime Show, brought to you by Toyota, moving forward.
Tuesday, tiptoe into NBC. At 8/7 Central, can the gang from Madagascar save Christmas?
What kind of sick joke is this?
Then, on The Biggest Loser at 8:30, 7:30 Central, it's time for makeovers.
Say hi to the new Amanda.
And whoever's eliminated from Loser will pop in on Jay. DreamWorks' new special, Merry Madagascar, New Biggest Loser, and The Jay Leno Show. Tuesday on NBC.
It's the Super Sub Sale now at Arby's. Any Arby's toasted sub for only $2.99 or 2 for $5. Choose the classic Italian, French dip, Philly beef, or the Turkey Bacon Club. Right now, all Arby's subs are on sale. When you're thinking subs, think Arby's.
Qualified lessees can lease a Journey SXT for just $269 a month.
At Speedway, we work every day to earn your trust.
That's why we're proud that a national independent research survey
named Speedway Gasoline the best brand in the nation for quality and value.
So Speedway is a name you can count on.
From delicious food and beverage choices inside our stores,
to our Speedy Rewards card,
to the best gasoline brand in the land.
From more than 19,000 Speedway employees, we'd like to say thanks.
The convenience stores of Speedway.
Now, when you use our Platinum MasterCard, you'll get 40 Speedy Rewards points for every $1 you spend at Speedway.
Now here's a deal you don't see every day. Free fries and free drinks at Arby's. That's right. Just buy an Arby's beef and cheddar sandwich at the regular price and get a small order of fries and a small soft drink for free. Free fries and free drinks now at Arby's.
Stay after Jay.
For News 5 at 11, Monday.
A single flash of a fraction of a moment. And in that moment, 70,000 people will stand in the same pair of shoes. Because they all know that this moment might not be a moment at all. It might be the entire season. Be there. You want the NFL? Go to the NFL.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Tonight's aerial coverage is brought to you by The Blind Side from Warner Brothers Pictures and Alcon Entertainment, based on the extraordinary true story starring Sandra Bullock. The Blind Side in theaters everywhere this Friday.
This is like the buzz before a heavyweight championship fight.
So all of a sudden, this is the greatest rivalry of all time.
This is our time. Inside the 5, touchdown Colts. Get up, time to fly. Buying time. Sends it deep down the field, and it is Moss making the catch. Moss makes it look so easy. And it is caught by Wayne for the touchdown. And so it is, 24-14 at the half. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and Andrea Kramer from Indianapolis. As you take a look at the numbers put up by the two quarterbacks tonight, 237 yards, 2 touchdowns for Brady, 2 TDs for Manning. And let's check in with Andrea.
Well, and of course, the big number, Al, for the Patriots is Randy Moss, 4 catches for 144 yards. I asked Jim Caldwell about him. He said we have to keep the ball in front of us. The safeties have to play the ball. We have to make sure that Moss just doesn't get behind us. Now, injury-wise, for the Colts, the 2 running backs, Chad Simpson and Joseph Adai, still both listed as questionable.
And that's a big blow. That means Donald Brown has to do all of the work in the backfield. And he's coming off a shoulder injury, and he's missed a couple of weeks. And now McAfee to kick off, and back to receive is Matthew Slater. As the second half gets underway, the Colts trying to stay unbeaten. 8-0 coming in. The Patriots with a record of 6-2. 4 yards in. Slater avoids a tackle back inside the 20-yard line and brings it back up to the 28. Big play in the first half. Chris, that touchdown pass to Moss.
Superstars at work here. Tom Brady's going to buy a little time here. Watch him load up on this throw that travels about 63 yards in the air. And Randy Moss, we clocked him. Must be time for the Olympics around here. We clock him here, and he runs 33.5 yards in 3.3 seconds, which translates to about a 3.6 40-yard dash. Good luck covering that.
Put him on a relay team. 27-yard line, first down. Brady begins by giving it to Maroney, trying to cut it back the other way. And Maroney is able to make something out of nothing before Powers can knock him down. Coming into the game, Colts #1 in fewest points allowed. The most points they'd allowed in any game this season, total game, was 23 against Miami in that Monday night of week 2. Already 24 in the half tonight.
Well, but you get intimidated when Randy Moss goes over the top of your defense. Now you have no choice but to back way up, and it creates a lot of holes.
2nd and 4. And that pass is caught. That's Moss, as if he was going to go deep downfield, and then turns it out. Short route, has enough for the first down.
Well, the big story of this first half has been the play of Sebastian Vollmer. Has he gotten some help? Yeah, absolutely here. But a lot of times it's been this. And I haven't seen anybody all season long that's done the job that Vollmer has done on Dwight Freeney. I think they have a budding star on their hands. Remember, he came to this country, didn't even speak English. They handed him the playbook, and he had to go get his vocabulary book first.
6'8" and 315. And Brady under pressure. And that pass will be juggled and incomplete. Intended for Moss. You know, maybe one of the great things about growing up in Germany and not speaking very good English is the fact you don't know what it means to have somebody tell you you're going to protect Tom Brady's blind side post-surgery.
Yeah, you know, I mean, Matt Light's one of the guys on the all half-century team for the Patriots, a great player for them for a long time, and he has seen somebody come in and really do a job in his stead tonight.
2nd and 10. And big hole for Kevin Falk over the 50. Stopped at the Colt 47-yard line. 15 yards for the guy who's been doing it for 11 seasons.
Yeah, we're also seeing pretty good run blocking here as well. Watch Sebastian Vollmer here. Set that edge. There you go. Kevin Falk, have some fun.
Getting a lot of mileage out of those inside gives. They had Watson lined up in the backfield as well. First down now. 2 minutes into the period at the 47-yard line.
Look at Kevin Falk directing traffic. He knew exactly where he was supposed to go and where Ben Watson was supposed to go too.
Right, brought Watson in, and now all of a sudden you have Wes Welker calling a timeout.
New England. This is their first charge.
So Welker sensed the offensive confusion. He said, let's not fool around. Timeout.
Hi, Jimmy Football here. Do you ever have trouble putting on a condiment? I know I do. Introducing the Bud Light 3-in-1 condiment gun. Ketchup, mustard, relish, all at once. What?
I hate fumbling around for condiments.
Thanks, Bud Light.
Awesome.
Because it's tailgate approved.
Our bottom line is not looking good.
We're losing customers left and right because DirecTV has the best HD picture for any flat screen.
And it's in full 1080p.
Look around. Someone at this table will not be here next week.
It's me!
Going to Barbados, folks. Good luck with that whole DirecTV HD thing. Sounds hard. See you later.
Switch from cable and get the best HD picture on your flat screen. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
This one is the top cleaning model. And with this one, you can wash and dry a load in just 36 minutes. But I think this LG with steam care technology would be right for you. It releases wrinkles with the touch of a button.
That would be good.
Get the top 10 brands only at Sears. Save 20% on all Kenmore appliances and 10% off all other brands, including LG. For more, see Sears.com. That's life well spent. Sears.
Dear PlayStation, just got my PS3. So what you got?
What do I got? 2 words. Montage.
Tight.
PS3, now $299.
PlayStation.
Sunday Night Football being brought to you by PS3. It only does everything. By Wendy's, you know when it's real. By Sears, Sears Life Well Spent. And by Bud Light, not too heavy, not too light. It is just right. There's Teddy Bruschi, who retired at the outset of the season. Rodney Harrison retired. There's Bill O'Brien. He's the play caller. I think Tom Brady said, if you're going to get me a new play caller, get me a guy with a cleft in his chin. Dueling clefts. Josh McDaniels was the offensive coordinator. Now, of course, the head coach at Denver. On first down, the pass to Welker. And Welker, who leads all receivers, wide receivers, this season in yards after the catch, showing exactly what he does right there, gain of 14.
Talk to Wes Welker. He calls these screen passes drive starters here. You've got 3 wideouts out there. If they don't present a third guy on the outside that time, but they late getting there, Brady just raises up and hits Welker, and that is his game. He is dynamic. And I tell you, Al, my favorite part about watching this guy play is watching him block. Second only to Hines Ward in my book.
San Diego had him, and then they sent him to Miami for a couple of weeks, and then they wound up trading him to New England a couple of years ago. And Brady deep downfield to the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Bethea, and then Bethea, an ill-advised attempt to run it out of the end zone, turns out better than it should have. Once he starts to come out, he's committed himself, and he almost got knocked down at about the goal line. And Randy Moss, the pass intended for him, and Bethea with a very big pick.
Boy, Tom Brady thought he made a great read here, and so did I when I first saw this thing. You're going to see this safety go this way, but Bethea is going to come back across this way and make the interception. I don't think Tom Brady ever saw it. He saw the safety on the left jump this thing, says, I've got Randy Moss wide open, and Bethea comes all the way across to make the play. Beautifully done.
His 3rd interception of the season. Joseph Adai has now come back into the game. First time we've seen him since he scored a touchdown and messed up his fingers. Middle finger, ring finger now taped together on 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. And they give it to him. And Adai will pick up 4, getting to the 18-yard line. Gary Guyton makes the tackle, 2nd and 6.
I like the move by the Colts here. We have seen throughout the course of this game, the Patriots have been playing 2 deep safeties. In the NFL, you have to be able to run against that formation. So the Colts have come out here in the second half with 2 tight ends now and are going to try and establish something running the football.
All-time offensive coordinator Tom Moore, 2nd and 6. Manning throwing, and the pass is incomplete. One hopped by Garcon. 3rd down and 6 for the Colts.
That was a Haley's Comet right there. That was one you'd only see about once every 75 years, that Peyton Manning throws one right in the dirt. It wasn't even close. I don't know what happened to the release of this ball, but that was a Scroogey.
3rd and 6. We'll see him again in 75 more years. Manning moving to his left and throwing, and that is one-handed. A grab by Wayne, cutting across the field To the left sideline he goes and makes the catch with Darius Butler, the rookie, with a coverage. 20-yard gain, first down.
Well, you pick on our rookie, we're going to pick on yours. Here we're going to put Reggie Wayne one-on-one. You see all the bump and run coverage all over the field. That was a brilliant throw and catch. This game's picking up, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. 38-yard line, 8 catches for Wayne. Fake to a dive, buys time. Manning going deep, and that's picked off at the 25-yard line. Garcon was in the neighborhood, but a bad throw by Payton with Bodden with perfect position, and the pickoff, and then a flag down after the play. 2 flags after the play at the 25-yard line.
That was a duck. I've never seen 2 balls come out of the hands of Peyton Manning like that. And we're talking about 2 of the last 3.
After the play, unsportsmanlike on the intercepting team, half the distance to the goal, first down.
And that's why you saw that look on Belichick's face. 10.5 left in the third. Each guy has thrown a pick now in the second half.
So we start with a frozen burger, cold as ice. Just grab it and throw it on the grill. Let her fly. Just flick it.
Want a fresh cooked hamburger?
Flick. You're getting it.
Then get Wendy's single, double, or triple with hot, juicy North American beef. Fresh cooked, not frozen like the other guys. 'Cause real is how we cook it.
You know when it's real.
Déjame, Francois. How do we inspire ourselves to greatness?
Mindil wants us to win the World Cup.
From director Clint Eastwood.
This is the time to build our nation.
Comes the inspiring story of how one man's dream.
We've become more than just a rugby team.
United a nation.
This rugby, it's just a political calculation.
It is a human calculation.
Morgan Freeman, Matt Damon.
Listen to your country. This is it.
Invictus, rated PG-13, starts December 11th.
It's not enough that you see the game. You gotta feel, hear, own every move. Be so close to it. You're knocked over on every play.
Presenting the Samsung LED TV. Real 240 hertz clarity. In your face LED brilliance.
The NFL, that's how I see it.
The Samsung LED TV. It's football in hyper-real.
This week, Jay's got Twilight's Dakota Fanning. And Monday, hey, it's Twilight's Taylor Lautner. Plus, headlines that'll pump you up.
Look at the before. In just 6 weeks, you can become an African American.
Now that's what you call all new. And so is Jay, all week on NBC.
Bob Kraft bought this team in the 90s. There's his wife Myra, son Jonathan, and of course now they are regarded as a model franchise. Went to a Super Bowl in the 90s with Bill Parcells. Lost to Green Bay, and then, of course, the 3 championships and 4 Super Bowl appearances in this decade, with the only loss coming to the Giants 2 years ago. Now, after the interception, the pass is caught, and this is Welker, and again, those yards after catch that he's noted for, up to the 25-yard line, and he picks up a first down on a gain of 13.
Brady checked, and then Gary Brackett checked right back. And Tom Brady knew what he was doing. Look at him here. He's going to check to cover 2, fall underneath, and Brady knows there's going to be a hole right over the ball because Brackett has to go back and cover that middle zone. Remember the one earlier in the game that Randy Moss hit him with it right down the middle. Nobody there. Great play by Brady.
And Lawrence Maroney can go nowhere on his 7th carry of the night.
You see Clint Session come flying in there on that one. That young man has come so far in the last couple of years. He says, if I'm going to run all the way to the football, I'm arriving angry. He had 14 tackles in the game last week. He has really developed, went from the strong side to the weak side, and it fits him perfectly with his speed.
Became a starter last year. 4th round pick in 07 out of the University of Pittsburgh. 2nd down and 11. They do a nice double team on Freeney to keep him out of the play. And the ball is caught by Maroney up at the 31-yard line, setting up a 3rd down and 3.
Oh boy, Vollmer almost got had on that time. He ended up with a little help from his friend. Watch Vollmer on the outside. Freeney's going to get him with that spin move, but Logan Mankins saves him at the last minute. Just another form of double team on Freeney.
8:45 left in the 3rd. Pats by 10. 3rd and 3. Crowd imploring its defense to hold him, but they won't, because Brady loves to go to Welker, and Welker has a 1st down up at the 39-yard line. Coverage on the play by the rookie out of Auburn, Gerard Powers. And for Wes Welker, that is 5 catches tonight for 60 yards.
You know, Al, it's interesting because now they're helping on Mathis on the other side. Watch what happens over here. Now they get the back over there to help him because they're starting to develop some confidence in Vollmer on the other side, leaving him single, and now trying to help Kasier on the right side.
Pick your poison. Trying to pick up those 2 guys. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Brady chased out. Maroney makes the catch. Maroney with a good little move to the inside of the 44-yard line. Mathis put the heat on Brady on that play.
Well, we talked about the release point of Peyton Manning and how you struggled that last drive. Watch this MB sequence here of Tom Brady. You're talking about a classic delivery. This was on the long ball to Randy Moss. Look at that release point. Left shoulder tucked underneath, releasing at the highest point of that pass, and that ball traveled nearly 65 yards. Just a thing of beauty. People have never talked enough for my satisfaction about Brady's arm strength. One of the strongest arms anywhere in the NFL.
Classic case on that play. 2nd down and 3. There's Falk. And he has a 1st down, and the ball will be spotted in Colt territory at the 45-yard line. And the Patriots tonight have accumulated 370 yards in 2.5 quarters.
I tell you what, these guys inside, Stephen Neal, Dan Copen, Logan Mankins, they are as good as there is in the National Football League. Stephen Neal, he didn't even play college football, the right guard, number 61. He was a college wrestler, ended up the world champion, and actually beat Brock Lesnar, the MMA champion, in the championship match of the NCAA.
Well, out of winning the Dan Hodge Award, the equivalent of wrestling's Heisman Trophy. Brady hops up to the line of scrimmage and hits Moss as he escapes the pressure, and then Randy Moss is able to haul it in, and that's another gain of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Patriots.
Well, anybody who says Randy Moss won't go over the middle, watch this one. I always thought this should count as 2 catches. You know, as a former receiver, if you catch it once and then let it go and you catch it again, it ought to double your stats. He has put on some show tonight, hasn't he?
Only you. Devaluing the currency. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Brady is now thrown for over 300 yards. And this is Falk. And Falk to the 22-yard line. The one thing about Brady through his career that's different than a lot of other quarterbacks is when he throws for 300 yards, he almost always wins. We brought it out years ago as we have an injured Colt, that is Melvin Bullitt, who needs the attention. And when we come back, it'll be 2nd down and 1.
Right now, Mrs. Jones is freeing herself from restrictive calling circles and switching her entire family to Sprint. That way, her daughter isn't limited to lame calling plans. Her son can talk all day long. And while on the Sprint network, if her husband pocket dials any mobile phone nationwide,
"Yo, this is Flavor Flav. Who's this?"
it's no big deal. Welcome to the Now Network. Get any mobile anytime for just $42.50 a month per line with unlimited text and data. And right now, buy a BlackBerry Curve for $49.99 and get a second one free. Sprint, the Now Network.
Star Trek is on DVD and Blu-ray.
What kind of training do you have?
Fencing. Buckle up. Star Trek. Own it on DVD and Blu-ray this Tuesday.
Oh, no. Your tire's all flat and junk. Oh, did I do that? Here, let me get my cellular out. Call your wrecker. Oh, shoot. I got no phone. 'Cause I'm a pothole. So... Okay, bye.
Accidents are bad. But Geico's good with emergency road service.
Wednesday.
I didn't do this.
How do you beat evidence?
They got her DNA on the knife.
It's not possible. That doesn't lie.
Scientists found a way to fabricate DNA.
I want a lawyer.
New SVU, Wednesday night, 8 Central on NBC.
Tomorrow morning, Meredith Vieira will sit down with Charlotte Nash. She was the victim of that brutal chimp attack. Her long road to recovery and the great strength she has shown to the world. You'll see it tomorrow on the Today Show right here on NBC. So bullet off the field. It's first down and 10. Silva comes in to replace Melvin at the strong safety spot from the 22-yard line. Falk. We talked about Brady just before we went to the break. In the history of the NFL, when a guy throws for 300 yards, they win only about 53% of the time. The reason, of course, is that when you're behind and you're throwing, a lot of guys will throw for 300. But when Brady, who's now thrown for 300 or more in his last 4 games, when he throws for 300 yards, he's 25-2.
He doesn't lose very much, period, does he?
That's true.
He really doesn't. 300, 200, he just wins.
And tonight, 3:03 already, with about 19 minutes and change to go. Maroney is the back on 2nd and 7. Maroney again, and Maroney will set up a 3rd and short inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Lawrence Maroney's come in here and run well, but the guy that really has made the difference, I think, tonight is Kevin Falk. Kevin Falk has had a monster game thus far, and he checks back in here in this short yardage situation. You know, you expect to play him as a receiver coming out, but right now has around 79 yards rushing. As a matter of fact, he has the most yards for any running back that's never had a 100-yard day. This might be the day.
It could be, because you just saw Maroney go limping off as well. So it's 3rd down and 2. There's Maroney. Under 4 to play. Big stop here for the Colts. And Brady has time and then throws, and that's going to be caught, and that's a first down. Chris Baker, picked up in the offseason, free agent from the Jets, tackled by Silva, and that'll set up a 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, I've got to start with the pass protection, and we talked about Vollmer all night long, but look at it on both sides. Kazir with a great block as well. And they're creating throwing lanes now for Tom Brady. He's able to step into these throws. He's able to see his receivers working down the field. I've got 5 game balls waiting for this offensive line so far.
And Brady to the outside, and that'll be caught. And that's Falk, who gets tackled by Clint Session, covering on the play. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Well, we sing the praises of Tom Brady in so many different ways, but he delivered that football and took a shot right to the chops by Raheem Brock. This is when you really start to admire quarterbacks, when they stand there knowing they're getting ready to get drilled and still throw it that accurately.
Brady, 20 of 30 for 315. And Maroney will shove his way, and the ball is loose. The ball is loose, and it's going to be ruled a touchback. He loses the ball before he crosses the goal line, and Gary Brackett saves the bacon. Indy ball at the 20.
We call it the American Renewal because we believe that ideas are limitless. That's why every day at GE, thousands of scientists and researchers at our global research centers and throughout the company are redefining what's possible by creating the advanced technologies that create jobs.
The American Renewal is happening right now.
Hey, Jimmy Football here. What's the problem with the taste of wheat?
all that wheat. Set, hike. Ah! Light beer, stamp. Golden wheat, stamp. Huge flavor, stamp. Golden wheat is crazy. Crazy good. That's wheat I'm talking about, because Bud Light Golden Wheat is... tailgate tested! Tailgate approved!
Gentlemen, he's the man who can make your dreams come true.
Are you ready?
But these two...
Transformation Central.
...are getting more than they bargained for.
What did you do to me?
This holiday season...
You were messing with the Shadow Man?
He was very charismatic.
A whole new kind of Disney magic...
Now we're cooking.
...is coming to theaters.
Don't make me light my butt.
You mean? Walt Disney Pictures' The Princess and the Frog. Rated G. Starts December 11th.
Everyone on 30 Rock is doing their part to help us go green.
Good for you, sir.
Even this guy.
You know, there's an old African proverb that I made up. Recycle everything.
So that's where that came from. New 30 Rock, this Thursday on NBC.
Taiwan Hagler is on injured reserve, and the guy who's filling his role is Philip Wheeler, 50, and he forces the fumble, which is recovered by Brackett.
Philip Wheeler really did not play very well in the game last week, made a lot of mistakes, but he may have just saved the day for the Colts. This one was beginning to look like game, set, and match.
From the 20-yard line, first down. And that was the end of an 87-yard drive, which ends with a turnover. New England's turned the ball over twice in the quarter. That's a die right there. And oddly enough, New England coming into the game, fewest fumbles in the league. That's only their 6th of the season and the 3rd one they've lost.
Yeah, I think it's the first fumble by a running back this year, too.
Second down and 5 with the ball at the 25-yard line. And Manning's pass is into traffic and incomplete. Intended for Garcon, covered by Lee Bodden. 3rd down and 5.
Well, we talk about turnovers all the time, but in this particular rivalry, turnover advantage is absolutely huge. Regular season game 6-1, and the postseason 2-0.
Right now, New England's turned it over twice tonight, and the Colts have turned it over one time. And on 3rd and 5, that is caught, and Colley is able to reach across the 30-yard line and move the sticks.
Pressure everywhere on the outside against these Colts receivers, and it has been effective against these guys. They are up in their face. Dallas Clark has seen it all night after catching one early. Hasn't been very effective. I'll tell you, Lee Bodden's had a huge night as well.
1st and 10. A die, and he'll go nowhere because that's Thomas, Adalys Thomas, number 96, who makes the tackle.
Adalys Thomas was inactive for a game earlier this year, and he couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that's why I said before,
yeah.
You know, I was wondering if he was in the doghouse or, you know, the puppy house or whatever.
From what they said is just other guys fit that plan better. That's the way the Patriots do it.
2nd and 11. And Manning over the middle, but just an underneath pass caught by Robinson. And that's going to set up another 3rd down with under a minute to play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Lee Bodden so far in this game has been tremendous. They've thrown at him 9 times, completing just 1, and has an interception. And if Pierre Garcon and Austin Collie were supposed to be the answer if they tried to take away Reggie Wayne and Dallas Clark, the answer hasn't worked out so well because of these corners.
6 defensive backs in on this set. And 3rd and 5. Manning's going to go down the right sideline and spinning around and unable to make the catch is a die.
Gerard Mayo is a young man that is a star in the league already. Not only does he have the ability to play the run, but you're talking about man-to-man coverage. Now, clearly, Adai had a chance for that one, but they have never had a linebacker here in the short term that can run and do the complete coverage, play the run, run sideline to sideline the way that Gerard Mayo can.
McAfee averaging 50 yards a kick tonight. This is his 7th punt. It's a wobbler. Welker up past the 40. And Welker with a big run back for the Patriots. Inside the 30, staying in bounds. And Welker will take it down to set up a first down and goal. Bad kick, big run back, and that's the way the third quarter ends. A scoreless third quarter because of the turnovers. But the fourth quarter will start with a first and goal. 24-14 New England. Sunday Night Football back after these messages.
Monday.
Body in the water, 4 o'clock.
The trauma they will never forget.
Do not push.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. New Trauma, Monday, 9/8 Central on NBC.
The new McDonald's Bacon and Cheese Angus Third Pounder. Before taking it on, one must study it first. Rushing in unprepared may prove overwhelming with all that juicy 100% Angus beef. There, you've found a point of entry. The bacon beckons like a springboard to paradise. One small bite for man, etc., etc. Angus Axiom number 11. Bring on the bacon. Savor one of 3 new Angus Third Pounders for just $3.99 at McDonald's.
Jeep. Knowing that every day, I have a choice to make. Between watching the clock and occasionally my back. Or I can greedily, rightfully, seize every ticking moment and never give one of them back. I live, I ride, I am Jeep.
I began my career as a speed skater. With focus and a lot of determination, I became a world champion. I've gone on to become a coach and to start my own charity foundation. The choices I've made along the way helped me get the most out of life. It's why I use BP gasoline with Invigorate. It's the right choice for your car. With continuous use, it cleans and protects so that your car runs younger for longer.
Visit bpinspiresme.com or text BPME to 77950 to enter for your chance to win one of 3 inspiring vacations.
Stay after Jay
for News 5 at 11 Monday.
Aerial coverage tonight being brought to you by The Blind Side. In Indianapolis, Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Andrea Kramer is look at Wes Welker, who's just run a punt back for 69 yards, setting up a first down and goal for New England. So they were inside the 5 before on their last drive, and then a Maroney fumble resulted in a touchback. But here they are again at the 7-yard line, first down and goal. Inside give, Falk to the 5, and we go back to the punt.
I told you I like Pat Chung. Watch him working on the outside here on the gunner, Anthony Madison. Don't think so, and it's not over when you hit the ground either. 3 times he's down. Down goes Frazier. There you go. 4 times. That's working on special teams. That is something else. Boy, the Patriots came to play tonight.
Great work. Chung becoming noted for that. He was at Oregon. Tough player. Second and goal. And the pass is caught by Randy Moss in the end zone. Touchdown.
Randy Moss is turning this one into no Moss. This is simple. You've seen this one in this game before. Just go down the end zone and throw one up in the air to Randy Moss. Good luck trying to out-jump him at 6'5". It has been a show by the stars of the Patriots tonight. All the way across the board, these guys have played great football. Welker and Moss and Brady and Falk. They have gotten it done in a big game.
Gostowski for the extra point. Those injuries have begun to take their toll on that Indy defense, especially the secondary. The Colts had allowed only 10 passing touchdowns over their last 25 games. Tonight, Brady has thrown 3, and it's a 17-point lead.
Can you check the weather?
find out what it's doing to traffic.
With a delay of 21 minutes.
And send your wife an alternate route. All while sipping orange juice from the carton? You can now. Introducing the Verizon Hub, the home phone reinvented.
Take your time to find the right time with Cialis for daily use. A clinically proven low-dose tablet for erectile dysfunction you take every day. So you can be ready anytime the moment is right.
Tell your doctor about your medical condition and all medications, and ask if you're healthy enough for sexual activity. Don't take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Don't drink alcohol in excess with Cialis. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, stop taking Cialis and call your doctor right away.
36-hour Cialis or Cialis for daily use. Ask your doctor about Cialis today, so when the moment is right, you can be ready.
This Christmas, your presents are in their hands.
I'm stuck!
Let's just hope they make it.
Oh, thank you. Uh-oh.
DreamWorks Merry Madagascar, a new TV special, Tuesday, 8/7 Central on NBC.
Sunday Night Football to Chicago next week. We might as well call this the Uh-Oh Bowl. Philadelphia against Chicago. Two teams right now on the brink. Philly losing to San Diego and Chicago losing to San Francisco. And it is crunch time.
Yes, sir.
For both.
What a good day for the Giants, though. They
Yep.
didn't even play today. Cowboys and Eagles both get beat. Not too bad for the Redskins either, who came up with a big win.
17-point Patriot lead. Chad Simpson, who was out with a head injury earlier, and they said his return was questionable, comes back in to run the kickback to the 21-yard line. And there's Dallas Clark, who's been held to 2 catches.
Well, Bill Belichick is known for taking away your best player. He must consider Dallas Clark to be the Colts' best player, because it has been a nightmare tonight for Clark. He has been getting hit not by just one safety, by 2, and just has been taken away. And Peyton Manning, to go back to a point that Tony Dungy made, has really stopped looking at him. You know, he's just only thrown to him 3 times. He's just assumed that he won't be there.
And those 2 catches came early in the first quarter after Manning had thrown only 6 passes. And finally, well, almost on cue. Sooner or later, they've got to go back to him. And they do here for a first down to the 40, covered by McGowan. That's a gain of 19.
Well, they always did listen to Tony Dungy, so. Here we go. Peyton Manning going to work now. He's got to crank it up.
Clark slot right. And Manning will throw it out there. This time it's Garcon, who was split wide to the right, covered by Bodden, and out of bounds, but not until he picks up a first down. So quickly they get to the Patriot 49-yard line.
Pretty remarkable, really, when Peyton Manning sees a soft spot in the coverage. He finds it almost every time. One of the rare single high coverages that time by the Patriots.
This is your obligatory Omaha call. And a dive with a nice gain of 9 yards, tackled by Guyton.
You know, this is what the Colts are going to have to do for the rest of this year. You know, they had gotten away from this running game, and I think that you have to acknowledge that to be the Super Bowl champion, you have to have a little balance, and you can see what it does when they start getting back to it. It opens other things up.
Stay on the ground. Give it to Simpson, who looked really good on that one long drive in the first quarter, and he takes it to the 29-yard line.
Oh, when you end up with only 6 people down in the box, you can double team both those tackles and just go right at them.
First down from the 29-yard line. And Manning deep down the sideline, and reaching for it is Garcon for the touchdown. Pierre Garcon, who's had a real good half season, but a spotty game tonight with a big catch and a 29-yard touchdown.
Remember earlier in the game I told you Lee Bodden jumped that slant. I said you will see a double move eventually. That one's called a sluggo, slant and go. And Peyton Manning put it in the memory bank and came back and cashed it in.
Now Matt Stover, 20th year in the league. Vinatieri is injured. They expect him back in a couple of weeks after arthroscopic knee surgery. Stover bangs it through, and a big Indianapolis answer. It only took him 2 minutes, 4 seconds to go 79 yards and make it a game again. 31-21.
We are an ancient society of assassins. When the time comes, they must kill. Let's go.
Unbelievable.
A ninja? Are you kidding me?
Ninja assassin.
What is that?
Rated R is Thanksgiving.
They've been tested, built, and driven like no other. And now they're being offered like no other. Come to the winter event and get an exceptional offer on the Mercedes-Benz of your dreams. It's our way of showing a little holiday spirit. But hurry, the offer ends soon.
What's a good gift for a family?
How about 3 computers?
Complete with Windows 7.
And a wireless router. Set up my Geek Squad.
Wow. 3?
When everyone can get online all at the same time.
You won't have to fight.
You won't have to bite. And you won't have like a bunch of animals.
Get a desktop, laptop, and netbook with Windows 7. Networked together by Geek Squad. The best gifts come from Best Buy.
Sunday Night Football brought to you by Men's Warehouse. You're going to like the way you look. By Warner Brothers Pictures, Ninja Assassin in theaters everywhere Wednesday, November the 25th. By Best Buy, this holiday season, the best gifts come from Best Buy. Buy or be happy. And by Mercedes-Benz, hurry in to the winter event going on now. Monument Circle, Indianapolis. We're about 6 blocks from there right now. 10-point game, and the kick is fielded by Matthew Slater in the back of the end zone. Back to the touchdown we go.
Peyton Manning with a great job reading this. Right here, Pat Chung is going to come down. Man coverage right there. He sees the single high, and the slant and go on the outside is there. But you'll see the pump fake draws Chung down, but also holds the backside safety. Check out Peyton checking that backside safety, make sure he wasn't flying over the top. Complete quarterback play that time by Peyton Manning.
Crowd really into it as the Patriots start this drive from their own 20-yard line. And after the play fake, Welker bobbles but recovers and to the 32-yard line. Almost a quintessential play right there, Chris. About a 2-yard pass and 10 yards after the catch.
I'll tell you what, Tom Brady doesn't miss much either. They came on a slot blitz that time. Brady saw it all the way, and he's just going to raise up and hit Wes Welker right here. Whoops.
Not even 2 yards. He caught it at the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 from the 32. And Maroney, nice tackle right there in the middle. That's Gary Brackett stopping him in his tracks. No gain. 2nd and 10.
Well, you talked to Larry Coyer about Gary Brackett, and he says this is the guy, if you're out playing on the playground, your first choice. No matter what the sport is, this is the guy. He's the brains of the defense. He's the guy I want on my team first. That might be my, he might be first and Brackett might be second.
Right guard Stephen Neal is on the bench. Dan Connolly, 63's in right now. Second down and 10. And again, they run that same play again. They just ran it, and they run it again. And Welker gets twisted back as he crosses the 35-yard line. It's going to set up a 3rd and 5.
Nice play by Raheem Brock. He's sort of the joker, if you will, in that defense. He moves all over the place in that nickel. And now these fans know this is it. This is the play right here.
Five-man rush and caught for a first down. So he goes to Moss. Moss covered by Tim Jennings. All he needed was 5, and Moss is able to get it for him. Winds up picking up 8. First down at their own 45.
As soon as they flanked Kevin Falk out, and you saw the linebacker walk out there with him, Tom Brady knew right now that it was man coverage. He took advantage, came right to his playmaker, and converted a big first down.
Randy Moss has 8 catches tonight, 2 touchdowns. 900 now for his career. Maroney turns a loss into a short gain. Broke out of a tackle, would-be tackle of Gerard Powers. So Moss, 8 years at Minnesota, 2-year interlude at Oakland, and now the 11th player with at least 900 catches in NFL history.
And Wes Welker missed a couple of games earlier this year, but when those two guys are on the field together, nearly impossible to stop this offense. People wondered if Brady was slipping a little. It was just he was missing his tandem.
Second down, 8. 4-man rush. And they get to Brady as he releases the ball. The ball is alive. Robert Mathis creates what for the moment would have been a fumble, but New England recovers it anyway as Copen winds up on top of the football at the 45-yard line.
Robert Mathis has just had a monster game on the outside working against Nick Kazir. Watch the athleticism to jump for the ball. Good golly. He is the master of that strip sack.
Ooh, boy, yep. Got it out before the arm was coming forward, too, so Copen saving it for New England with the recovery. 3rd and 10. Ticking down to 8 minutes left. Brady, and that may have been tipped as well.
Got him again.
Robert Mathis,
yes,
98.
Sir.
4th down.
You go with the speed one time, then you come right back with the bull rush. A 245-pound guy just going to jam this big 300-pound tackle right back into Tom Brady, hook his arm, and Robert Mathis has just taken over here in the 4th quarter. What a series of downs by him.
Kazir gives up 70 pounds to Mathis. TJ rushing to run back the kick. This will be Hanson's 4th punt of the night. He's averaging 46 yards per boot. High kick, fair catch called for. Made at the 18-yard line by Rushing. So here comes Manning about halfway through the 4th quarter. New England 31, Indianapolis 21.
Find something special in your driveway this holiday. Get an exceptional offer on the Mercedes-Benz you've always wanted at the winter event going on now. But hurry, the offer ends soon.
Hello, I'm a Mac. And I'm a PC, taking you live to the Windows 7 launch. Hello.
Hello, PC and Mac. Well, as you can see, there is upgrade fever all around me. Tell me, sir, how excited are you?
Really excited. We're finally switching to a Mac.
Whoa, to a Mac? Why? Why would anyone say that?
If we have to move all of our stuff, why not move to the computer that's #1 in customer satisfaction?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cut that feed, please. Let's go to commercial.
We are a commercial.
Let's go to another commercial.
Right now at Men's Warehouse, when you buy one designer suit, you'll get one free. That includes our great selection of big and tall suits. Buy one, get one free. You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
You've got good reasons to eat better. So now 23 Campbell's Chunky Soups have 100% lean meat and a full serving of vegetables.
This Thursday on The Office.
Happy Earth Day, everyone. I'm Recyclops.
Recyclops, Green Week hero, or
Recyclops will have his revenge.
He vowed to destroy the planet he once loved.
A new Office this Thursday on NBC.
Jay Leno Green Card Challenges this week, plus Heather Locklear, Larry the Cable Guy, Twilight's Taylor Lautner, with Jay Leno weeknights at 10 Eastern and Pacific, 9 Central, and Mountain right here on the National Broadcasting Company. Look at that Manning, and we remember that game very, very well in 03. It was a Monday night game. Tony Dungy comes back to Tampa Bay, and Indianapolis with a tremendous comeback after about 90% of the crowd had gone home. 18-yard line, first down. Manning off the fake, going deep, and it is intercepted by Wilhite at the 46-yard line, and Wilhite will run it back to the 30-yard line. And Peyton Manning throwing a duck intended for Reggie Wayne and having it picked off.
Reggie Wayne just did not anticipate whatever Peyton Manning saw. I think Peyton thought he was going to get a safety blitz and that Reggie Wayne was going to take his guy deep. When he broke it off inside, he had no idea where that ball ended up. Right out here is where it's going to happen. But you could see that Peyton was checking. He saw the safety come down in the slot, thought he was just going to get a single man coverage on the outside, threw it up, and Reggie Wayne didn't see the same thing. We don't see those two guys get confused too often.
Manning 2 picks tonight. And 7 on the season. Ball at the 32-yard line. And here's Maroney. And then New England can start to think about taking some time off the clock. 7.5 to go in regulation.
Well, now the significance of holding the Patriots to just a field goal here. You can keep it a 2-score game at that point. Still, obviously, plenty of time when you have quarterbacks like this on the field. Let's see how aggressive the Patriots are going to be here.
2nd and 9. Brady taking the play clock down to 5. And then that pass is caught by Isaiah Stanback. He's tackled 3 yards shy of the first down with less than 7 minutes to play.
Well, they end up rotating over the top here to Moss's side, so they just come back to the single receiver side. And Isaiah Stanback has definitely contributed in this ball game tonight. They've used him to chip on some of these pass rushers, but he's also caught the ball well.
3rd down and a long yard. And that is Maroney, who is able to pick up the first down to the 20-yard line. And they continue to take time off the clock. The division leaders right now, Indianapolis with a big lead in the South, so they're not in jeopardy of that. Cincinnati now 7-2 with that win over Pittsburgh. New England 6-2, trying to go to 7. Denver's lost 3 in a row, and San Diego is hot. And next week, San Diego meets Denver in Denver. For New England, of course, the one thing they have to do is win this game to stay in the hunt for what they hope would be eventual home field advantage in the playoffs. Ball is at the 20-yard line. And Brady milking the play clock, and it's caught by Moss. Bill Belichick said it very simply last night, the significance of this game. He told his team, hey, look, if we don't win, we have no chance to catch them. if we win, we're right on their blank.
Well,
you fill in the blank.
Yeah, it is a, this game is always a swing game, isn't it? I mean, when they get together and all the championships that have been won between these two teams, usually somewhere along the way, one team has to beat the other to get there to that championship game.
2nd down and 6. And this is Falk. You know, when you look at this, Chris, home field advantage, and we can make too much of it. But I think it would be tougher for Indianapolis, the way they're constructed, to go outdoors in January, New England, and play maybe in the snow or whatever it's going to be, as opposed to New England coming here.
Yeah, no question. I think the major reason why is the Colts don't run the football very well. You know, perfect conditions is what they really need to compete against some of these upper-level teams.
3rd and 8. This would be a big conversion in terms of continuing to take time off that clock. And Brady's under pressure and has to throw it incomplete. So it's 4th down, and they do limit them to a field goal attempt with 4:17 to play. And Indianapolis looking ahead with all of their timeouts plus the 2-minute warning.
Well, it's just been a sloppy game tonight for this Colts offense. We've seen Peyton miss some throws. We've seen miscommunication. We've seen drop passes. And you can't play a team of this caliber like that and win the football game. There's still time. There's still a chance for them to come back, but they've just made too many mistakes to this point.
36-yard attempt by Steven Gostowski. Hansen to put it down. And that will tack on 3 more and make it a 13-point lead. New England 34, Indianapolis 21.
It's understood that if you get up to get a Budweiser, you come back with a round. How you carry that round is a matter of personal preference. There's the 6-pack Strangler, the St. Bernard, the Flock of Geese, the Marsupial, the Sherpa, the Claw, even the more advanced Labrador Retriever. But we always come back with a beer that starts with full flavor and ends with a crisp, clean finish. It's what we do. Budweiser.
Some people just know how to build things well. Give you and your loved ones an expertly engineered Mercedes-Benz at the winter event going on now. But hurry, the offer ends soon.
What if a moment standing still could be just as beautiful when it breathes? If some moments preferred to take their time. If photography moved us, and we moved photography, and we could all see beyond the still. Moving photography in 1080p Full HD, pioneered with EOS, inspired by Canon.
Next Sunday night, 2 tough teams, 2 tough towns in a Sunday night showdown. Eagles, Bears. Sunday night is football night, only on NBC.
Colts streak in jeopardy right now. The Patriots, the longest regular season winning streak in NFL history. They also have the 2nd longest. And isn't it interesting, the top 3 are all in this decade, along with the Bears of Bronco Nagurski and Red Grange all the way back in the 30s. But 17 consecutive regular season wins in jeopardy tonight because they're down by 13. And Gostowski's kick was taken by Chad Simpson from the 3-yard line. Simpson will bring it back to the 21-yard line. 4 minutes, 7 seconds left in the 4th quarter. 13-point Patriot lead.
Some people just know how to build things well. Give you and your loved ones an expertly engineered Mercedes-Benz at the winter event going on now. But hurry, the offer ends soon.
Inside that truck is something familiar. Duracell batteries. And if you think all batteries are the same, consider this. These batteries are going to the Mattel Children's Hospital, UCLA, because here they use the most technologically advanced equipment for the healing and the play. And to power all those toys, the people at Duracell packed up a truckload of batteries, because nothing's better than powering a smile. Duracell, trusted everywhere.
Mom tells me you're going on a trip.
I'm returning to where it all happened. We were just boys. We stormed that beach like it was already ours. After the first shot, it was all a blur. Bombshells everywhere. Now, I'm returning to the scene of my finest hour.
Compare hundreds of travel sites at once. Kayak. Search one and done.
Thursday, Parks and Rec inspires us to recycle and lessen our carbon footprint, like catching a ride to work. Those who don't get on board will be dealt with.
Somebody shot me in the head!
New Parks and Rec, part of Green Week, Thursday on NBC.
There's your quarterback comparison right now in a 13-point game. New England on top. Again, Indianapolis with all of its timeouts and a 2-minute warning. Reggie Wayne in this game, 8 catches, but only 1 in this half. So do they start to look his way again? He is split left, Garcon to the right. Manning will go over the middle, check it down to Adai. And that'll be a first down up at the 33-yard line, tackled there by Gerard Mayo. Peyton in the pocket again. And New England will give him all of those that he wants. Those little short passes over the middle. Austin Collie tackled by Darius Butler as we tick down to 3.5 minutes to play. And Manning throws. It's a little underthrown, but Collie is able to come back and readjust and get it at the 45-yard line. And one of the reasons it was underthrown is Thomas planting Manning as he throws.
Boy, Austin Collie with a nice route that time. It looked like it was going to be one of those middle reads right down the middle of the field. Broke out late, and somehow Peyton timed it up.
3 minutes to play. Manning stepping up. Manning going deep, and it's almost caught. Collie's there, and he's going to get the flag. You've got Darius Butler, the rookie out of Connecticut, who was there, made contact, and draws the flag.
Great play by Austin Collie right there. That's a veteran football play. The ball a little underthrown.
Interference. Defense, number 28. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
Ball's a little underthrown, so Collie jumps back into the defender here, Darius Butler, and is going to get the call. By jumping back into him, that's what drew the call. It wasn't that Butler did all that much, but it was Collie who made that play.
And that penalty is worth 31 yards. And in less than a minute and a half, the Colts have moved the ball to the 13-yard line. Clark in the slot, Wayne to the left, Garcon to the right. Manning throwing over the middle, and that will be caught by Clark, and he'll take the ball to the 4-yard line, 2nd and 1. Butler makes the tackle. Moss shaking his head, 2:43 to go.
If they're going to single up on Dallas Clark, stay with him. He is big enough to beat these corners just with body position alone.
On 2nd and 1. Manning throwing a fade, and they'll throw that one out of the end zone. The coverage that time is good by Wilhite on Wayne, stopping the clock at 2:27, and it will be 3rd down and 1.
But despite the incompletion, Peyton keeps them at the line of scrimmage to keep the Patriots from substituting.
So they have to go with the same defensive personnel. They'll give the ball to Adai, and Adai will go into the end zone. Touchdown Colts. And it takes Manning just 152 to lead them down the field, and he doesn't have to use a single timeout. So there's still 2:23 on the clock, and they can stop the clock 3 times plus the 2-minute warning. Adai's second touchdown of the night. 1 rushing, 1 receiving, and Matt Stover makes it a 6-point game.
Peyton Manning spread them out all over the field, and then Big Vince Wilfork right here in the middle. They just double team him and get him just enough. Trust me, it takes 2 guys to make this block. But you can see, Dryden Mayo just got lost. He couldn't see over the top of the double team and just couldn't find Adai to make the play. But what a drive by the Colts. Dallas Clark is going to get the final seal block on the inside, drive his corner right back in. And the Colts, they don't want to see this streak end.
Well, I don't think you're onside kick here. It's one of the options. But with 3 clock stoppages and the 2-minute warning, I think you have to think your defense, or at least put it in their hands as opposed to an onside kick. That's what I would do anyway.
I agree with that, because remember, a field goal here in this situation would end up putting it at 9 points.
You're out of the game at that point.
You're out of the game, so you're better off letting your defense play. They are way up here, too.
But that's a defense that's going to have to stop an offense that has gained 459 yards tonight.
If you can drop it in deep and not have it go in the end zone like that bite, you don't want that in the end zone.
But that's where he's put it, with just 1 guy back.
See, that's a bad play. You had Welker up there standing on about the 25. If you drop that in the corner, you back him up inside the 10 maybe.
If you can. Of course, you run the risk of Welker running 1 back if you don't put it in the corner.
And you save time on the clock. We'll say that too.
Yep. The clock didn't start at all on the touchback, so there's still 2:23 with all of their timeouts, the 2-minute break, and then New England will set up at the 20-yard line.
Let's see if they shift their help now over to Robert Mathis's side. He's the guy they haven't been able to block the last couple of series. This is the time in the game typically you see Dwight Freeney make a play or 2.
And Brady has to take a timeout. Boy, that's a very uncharacteristic timeout. And that's their second. They used one earlier. And, you wonder if that's something that comes back and burns you later, because if Indy gets the ball and they get a touchdown, now you're down to only 1 timeout. That's weird. I mean, to start a drive with a timeout.
How good is this series, though, between these 2 teams? I mean, every time you see them take the field and 34-28, offensive touchdowns, sprinting up and down the field, it's just one of the great series that the NFL has to offer.
As we said at the beginning, most of these games have lived up to the hype. Winning team in each of the last 3 confrontations coming from behind. Only time the Colts had the lead tonight, it was early. It was 7-0. Then New England scored 24 unanswered points. And right now it's a 6-point game. And they start on the ground with Kevin Falk. And the Colts will take a timeout. 2nd down and 10. And that's the smart thing to do. You take your timeouts on defense. You take them on this side of the 2-minute warning. Numbers for the 2 guys.
Well, Tom Brady's won the battle thus far, but if Peyton Manning gets his ball back, I'm not sure who's winning the war.
Second and 10.
Find Randy Moss and you'll find the answer. Moss or Welker, they're both going to Tom Brady's left.
Moss outside. Jennings on him. Now Welker comes to the right side in the slot. You've got Watson slotted left. Fake the run. Go to the outside, and that's caught. And then Welker gets upended at the 27-yard line. And now a timeout again taken by Indianapolis with a gigantic 3rd and 2 coming up.
Well, that time when Wes Welker went in motion across the formation, Tom Brady saw all he needed to see. Nobody walked out there with him. You've got Clint Session basically trying to cover one of the best slot receivers in the game. Forget that, one of the best slot receiver in the game, and Brady goes right to him. This combination of Randy Moss and Wes Welker, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Randy Moss with the most touchdowns during the course of the time that he's been in New England, and Wes Welker with the most catches in the league during that time he's been with New England.
So here is a huge play. 3rd and 2. Colts have one timeout. 2-minute warning is imminent. 2:11. Then Jarvis Green Ellis is the back. Brady comes up in the shotgun. Colts dancing at the line. Here they come. Pressure. Pass incomplete. Gerard Powers on a blitz came in and forced it.
I think it surprised Tom Brady. The Colts don't blitz very much at all, but when they do come, it is effective. Had to get it out here, and we talked about this kid, Gerard Powers. He almost had the game winner right there. Almost came away with this thing, and he might have scored.
Powers and New England at least lining up as if they're going to go for it. I can't believe that, though. They're going to take a timeout. They're going to take a timeout. New England is, before a 4th down and 2. So Powers with the coverage. Pressure was put on that time to force Brady's pass with 2:08 and almost an interception.
Wow. He catches that, and he scores. That young man's put on a great show tonight. He really is. If they go for this, I am going to be absolutely stunned. I should never be stunned by Bill Belichick. Maybe he just feels like his defense is too gassed, and they can't match up with Peyton Manning at this point. He saw how quickly they went down the field. He's going for the win right here.
I'm stunned times 5 if he does. 4th and 2. With nothing else, trying to draw Indianapolis offside. And they really do go for it. And do they make it? Yes, the catch is made. And where is the spot going to be? Kevin Falk is there. The catch is made.
Here's what happened. Kevin Falk was bobbling the ball. So instead of getting forward progress, they marked him down where he actually landed on the ground.
Absolutely. Because they're going to measure it anyway, but they're going to be short. Now, this happens on the front side of the 2-minute warning, so if Belichick wants to challenge this, he can. We're not to the booth review yet, but as Chris said, the key thing here, when do you have possession of it? Juggle, get caught by Bullet, and that's where Scott Green marks it. Doesn't have it, now has it, and he goes down.
This is the 2-minute
very
warning.
close.
Please reset the clock to 2 minutes.
It's the 2-minute warning, but again, Belichick can challenge this since it happened on the other side of the 2-minute warning. What a fantastic finish coming up in Indianapolis.
Welcome to the Now Network, only from Sprint, population 49 million. Right now, 180,000 people following 100 NFL players aren't receiving a single tweet. Surprise, surprise, they're playing football. 34,000 Sprint NFL mobile live users are making a last-second fantasy substitution. And another. I got this, for real. And 1,600 players are using 15 miles of tape to protect 23 body parts on game day. For more NFL Now, join 1.5 million NFL mobile live users. Text NFL to 7777. Only from Sprint, the Now Network.
Hey, so you're the new guy, huh? Yeah. So, what's this? Oh, our 401k is through Fidelity, so that's my financial track to retirement. It's guidance.
When I open a 401k, do I get one of those?
Well, maybe not right away. I mean, I have a 401k, a couple of IRAs. I'm a valued customer. Okay, yeah. You get one right away.
Whatever your destination, Fidelity has the people, guidance, and investments to help you find your way. Fidelity Investments. Turn here.
We started with over 1 billion colors.
generously added more than 2 million liquid crystal pixels. Combine 960 backlighting LEDs with 240 flawless scenes per second. Made it 50% more energy efficient. And it all came down to one thing. The new 55-inch True LED from Vizio. Superior picture performance. Superior price from America's #1 LCD HD TV company.
Bitter AFC North rivals collide, Coach. It's Monday night in the dog pound.
Ray Lewis and the Ravens are clawing to get back in the division race against the Browns. ESPN Monday Night Football, Ravens-Browns, tomorrow at 8:30.
We're back. Belichick cannot challenge that. Remember, he took 2 timeouts on this drive. One before they started the first down play. The other one, they determined what they were going to do on 4th down. So there's no challenge. It's juggled. It's juggled. It's spotted. It would have been extremely close. But there's no way they can challenge it. And since it happened on the front side of the 2-minute warning, there's no booth review. Instead, Indianapolis takes over at the 29-yard line. And we talked about those timeouts and how it could come back to kill them. Now we'll find out. The ball is at the 29. Manning will throw it. Manning will throw it complete to Wayne at the 14-yard line.
I think you want to huddle up here. You do not want to leave any time for Tom Brady on the back end of it, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Yep.
Going back in the huddle here and allowing this clock to run. This is all or nothing, obviously, at this point.
If they need it, Indianapolis has 1 timeout. Patriots out of timeouts. I think there'll be a few things to talk about after this game. Holy mackerel. Through the middle, a guy to the 1-yard line. Tackled by Wilhite.
Right back to the touchdown play again. They're just taking the big defensive lineman right here with a double team. Vince Wilfork, one of the most powerful guys in the league. But we talked about the lack of depth. These guys are wearing down now for New England.
45 seconds from the 1. A dive. No. Stacked up. 2nd and goal. Under a half minute. Colts still have that 1 timeout.
Now you need to pick it up.
Manning to the end zone. Wayne. Touchdown. Four plays, 29 yards, and now to give the Colts the lead, Stover.
Veteran football players like Reggie Wayne remain patient in clutch situations. He set up Wilhite with the hard outside move. Did not rush that. The patience of that route is what won the day. And for Bill Belichick, this will be a decision they discuss for a long time.
And what is so stunning is that not only is Belichick a great coach, but through the years we've seen him so many times. Their clock management is normally very good. Their strategy is very good. They make so many right decisions, and this was just stunning. Not only to go for it on 4th down as the play is replayed right here, but to waste those 2 timeouts on the front side and leave yourself nothing at the end.
I know Peyton Manning's good, But to leave the ball on a 4th down at the 30-yard line, or at least have the possibility of that happening, to me is outrageous.
2 yards into the end zone, Slater. And that kind of puts a coda on what just happened to New England. Speaking of coda, that's Cody Glenn who plants him with 9 seconds. Post-game show coming up. Want to hear what Tony's got to say about this. And Bob, I'm sure, will be talking to him. Rodney as well. Andrea with an interview down on the field. Where do you begin to tell the story of this one?
Out of all the great moments this defense has had in New England, that Bill Belichick didn't trust him with that lead in that situation is unprecedented.
So they're 9 ticks away from an 18th straight regular season win. Brady throws over the middle. This is Walker. He just has to get rid of the ball and try to keep it alive, and the clock runs out. That's as quick as it gets. Belichick is stunned. Caldwell is 9-0. The Colts have won 18 in a row. The Colts in New Orleans are the only undefeated teams. First loss for Bill, regular or post, when leading by 13 or more in the 4th quarter, and that would encompass 88 games. Brady can't believe it. Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and Connecticut can't believe it.
There are going to be some people who turned in early tonight that aren't going to believe it when they wake up tomorrow either. Wow. Give them credit. Peyton Manning, with about 4.5 minutes to go, had to have 2 touchdowns. Got a little help from Bill Belichick, but they delivered. And Reggie Wayne, the patience of the veteran, working against Jonathan Wilhite, the youngster. Wow.
35-34, Indianapolis, in a game that lives up to all expectations. Wendy's post-game report. Bob Costas hosting from here. We'll hear from Tony Dungy and Rodney Harrison on the other side of the break.
This week, Jay's got Twilight's Dakota Fanning. And Monday, hey, it's Twilight's Taylor Lautner. Plus, headlines that'll pump you up.
Look at it before. In just 6 weeks, you can become an African American.
Yeah, that's what you call all new. And so is Jay, all week on NBC.
Everybody knows at least one. A Toyota owner who wants to tell you about owning a dependable and fuel-efficient Toyota. Who's proud to tell you about getting a Toyota with 0% financing, now on 7 different models, including Corolla, Camry, and the fuel-efficient Yaris. Now with 0% for 60 months or $750 cash back. Go ahead, ask someone you know who drives one.
Proud to stand on our own, proud to be homegrown, a familiar face and a name you know. Come on, we know you, we know your needs, we know what being a neighbor means, and got a reputation to uphold. Can you hear it? Fueling the American spirit. No matter when, no matter where, Marathon will take you there.
We call it the American Renewal because we believe that ideas are limitless. That's why every day at GE, thousands of scientists and researchers at our global research centers and throughout the company are redefining what's possible by creating the advanced technologies that create jobs.
The American Renewal is happening right now.
My name is Ram, and my tank is full. I'm all brawn, all brain, built not to last, but to outlast. Not to achieve, but to overachieve. My tank is full. I carry a full payload, and I deliver the goods without fail. My name is Ram, and my tank is full.
During the year-end wrap-up, get 0% financing plus $1,000 cash allowance on 2010 Ram 1500.
News 5 Today, now at 4:56 a.m., 7 days a week.
Welcome to the Wendy's post-game report. Here now, Bob Costas.
Well, the game of the year actually turned out to be the game of the year. Indy 35, New England 34. The Colts are 9-0. The Patriots are 6-3. Peyton Manning 28 of 44 for 327. He was picked off twice, but he threw for 4 touchdowns, 2 of them to Reggie Wayne, including the game winner in the waning seconds. And Reggie Wayne and Peyton Manning are both down on the field with Andrea Kramer. Andrea.
Peyton, 4th and 2, and they decide to go for Falk. What are you thinking?
Well, we kind of got a little momentum finally there on those last couple of drives. So we were obviously preparing to go, 60, 70 yards. Obviously, we knew once they went back out there was a chance the game was going to be over. So great play by the defense. It shortened our field. I think the best thing we did on the last drive, and believe me, it was intentional, was we were running some clock. We weren't too excited to score too quickly. So 13 seconds was just about right. I left Brady and Moss not enough time. Reggie called the touchdown. He wanted the slant route. He'd been setting the guy up the past couple plays. And, I mean, it's hard to say it's his best catch ever because he's made so many, but it sure was timely.
Reggie, how would you assess the catch?
Just us working. Whenever Peyton called my number, I just want to be able to deliver. It's been one of those games where it's been back and forth. So we just wanted to dial it, and we had an opportunity. They gave us a shot to win the game, and we just wanted to go out there and get it done.
You told me, Peyton, when we beat the Patriots, you really feel like you've accomplished something. You were down by 17.
Yeah.
What is this win like?
Well, it's a great win. Obviously, it's just one win. We're still in the regular season. I think it certainly does tell us a lot about our team. We'll stick together. Probably as much adversity as we face today, maybe in a couple of years. And we stuck together. Defense finally started making some stops. Offense started getting some touchdowns. We'll enjoy it tonight, and then tomorrow we'll come back ready for Baltimore.
Why did you huddle up in the beginning of the game? Why were you huddling up so much?
Well, we were still going no huddle. Obviously, we still huddle some, for certain plays, just to be sure we're all on the same page. New England's a team that you do have to add some new plays, because they do mix up their defenses. You have to add some new plays. So we wanted to be sure we were all on the same page. But for the most part, we were still going no huddle.
Reggie, Peyton had told us before the game, this is a game where the veterans have to stand up, have to really come through. How did you feel that you pulled that off?
I felt the same way. We felt like that as a team. A lot of us been in this situation before. We know it was going to be a dogfight all game. So it was up to the veteran, guys to show a little leadership to the younger guys. And one thing about it, just don't panic. We had some tough situations there, and the veteran guys just stood up there and just was leaders and just leading the way for everybody.
Guys, thanks very much. And now this is exactly what Bill Belichick did not want to see, the Colts separating themselves from the pack, Bob.
All right, Andrew, what he did not want to see in a number of respects, Tony Dungy, who has been on the other side of the field from Bill Belichick in some memorable battles, was watching from 30 Rock. And the only question to begin with is this. Just over 2 minutes to go, 4th and 2. If they punt and it's a net punt of, let's say, 40 yards, they got to go 70. Instead, they come up just short, and they have to go slightly less than 30. What did you make of Belichick's decision?
Well, Bob, you have to punt the ball in that situation. As much as you may respect Peyton Manning and his ability to go, as much as you may doubt your defense, you have got to play the percentages and punt the ball. You just have to punt it there.
The Colts have now beaten the Patriots 5 of the last 6. After the Pats won 7 of 8 at the beginning